Again, there's the button. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of Hello Flesh, a Hello Fresh sponsored one shot about the zombie apocalypse and those who risk life and limb. Whoa, there's people talking. What's going on with that? It's so creepy. People who risk life and limb to deliver healthy, preparable food, I guess is the word I want to use there. Before we dive into it, why don't we meet our guest runners for the evening? Why don't we start with Carly, who's in the top left of the guests over here. Carly, tell us about yourself and what you, anything you want to share.
All right, hi guys. I'm Carly. I go at Carly Steichen on Twitter, Instagram, Threads. I'm a handmade resin dice maker and TTRPG enthusiast, and I love playing, and I will play anything and everything. All of the things. I want to play them all. And I'm really excited to be here. As has been my trend on this channel, I am playing a completely different character than I have played on this channel thus far. So if you've seen any of my other stuff here, yeah, it's gonna be different.
Nice.
All I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm looking forward to it. A little background for this episode: we had a session 0 on Tuesday, to which my internet did not work, and therefore I didn't get to go. So I don't know who any of these characters actually are. I saw little bits of text and stuff, but not a lot of actually talking face to face. Whereas they all got to meet and they know who they are. But that's great because you're all a group of runners that are relying on each other for survival. So, speaking of the session 0, thanks Kevin for kind of taking the reins and running with that. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about where we can find you on the internet and your character?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, my pleasure. I'm Kevin. I'm the co-producer here on the channel, and I'm back to play another cool, exciting game that I haven't played yet, which I love to be able to say that. Yeah, I'm found online to the socials at KevRan Games, all of the different socials, and tonight I'm playing Big Bill Brasky, and he's a guy who actually was. He's the owner of the HelloFresh franchise. That's not really how it works, but don't tell him that. He knows better. But he's the owner of the franchise that they kind of all work with, and he used to be a 3-star general until once upon a time. So let's see how he does, and really looking forward to playing this guy tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I mean, it makes sense. We'll call it a franchise. That is in the city that you were in. It is... You are the person who has set that one up. Maybe you're having a hard time getting past capitalism because the fall of civilization has kind of ruined the term of franchise. But we'll let you run with your dream. This is your world. All right. Why don't we step down on the screen to Jason? Jason, tell us about yourself and where we can find you on the internet.
Hey y'all, I'm Jason, as he said. Generally, you can catch me here playing some games, or occasionally playing some DDO or other online games. I'll be playing Chad tonight. After 9 years of community college baseball and a few years in the minor leagues as the zombie apocalypse happened, he's got to have a job now. So, got to make ends meet. So Chad's out here to bro it up and, make some money.
Oh, Chad, welcome to real life in the zombie apocalypse. And last but not least, what's that?
Famously, real life is just full of zombies.
Right.
Yeah.
Last but not least, let's introduce Mika for the first time, I think, on the channel.
Yeah.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Hey, I'm Mika. I do things. That's it. No. I'm a Brazilian American streamer. Most known for being on Roll D5, which I co-created, and I also name all of my characters Lemon. So today I will be playing Lucky Lemon, who's a bit of an otaku, who wields a cheap mall katana and wakizashi, and he firmly believes in the superiority of the katana against guns and the European swords. No, it's the ultimate weapon.
I mean, so much lighter, doesn't run out of bullets.
Yeah.
I cannot cannot argue that at all. So yeah. And I am Jeremy. I am the host this evening and the founder of Wanderers Haven. If you'd like to follow my stuff, it is now up on the screen as well. The other thing I wanted to talk about before we dive into this is tonight we're using the SAGAS system, that is setting and genre agnostic system. I think I got that right. They are currently kickstarting over on, well, Kickstarter, obviously. They are currently crowdfunding, is what I should have said, over on Kickstarter. And we are giving it a playthrough tonight. Mika, did you say you gotten a chance to play this already?
I haven't gotten to play it, but on Roll D5, we played a game a few weeks ago.
Gotcha. Nice. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's a super simplistic system, really built to be used for anything. And I think, again, I didn't get to be at the session 0, but I feel like you all caught that like you essentially you obviously just made modern characters ready to run through the zombie apocalypse instead of dragon riders of Pern, for example. I don't know if I could say that. Fair use.
You
right?
did say it. So.
I did say it.
It's out there.
Yeah.
We
I
could
showed up
fix
with a
that.
Shadowrun character because you kept calling us runners. So
Totally fair. Well, why don't we jump into tonight's episode of Hello Flesh, sponsored by HelloFresh. So, speaking of HelloFresh, as the end of the world occurred and societies fell, people turned to different forms of trying to survive, whether that was homesteading or, stealing, trying to eat what they could find, cannibalism. Not that one was really one that we're going to jump into too much tonight, or will we? But HelloFresh actually arose as kind of a pinnacle of the remainder of civilization. As the zombie apocalypse spread across the world and these mutated creatures were trying to devour those who were still living, the various, as you said, franchises really pulled together, and in the warehouse districts or wherever their buildings were in various cities across the nation, they built safe houses, they fenced in areas, they gave people safety. And today, the four of you have been employees of this HelloFresh. Did I say it correctly that time? Because now I'm just like, I'm reading it on the screen. This HelloFresh franchise owned by Big Bill. And, while the bunks may not be the most comfortable, you are safe here and you're well fed and you're warm, and with the trade agreements that are with various people across the city, you're able to stay clothed, you're able to have resources that might otherwise be lost to you. And so, as part of your agreement with HelloFresh, to be an employee, you are all runners, and you make deliveries, not necessarily on a daily basis, but on a regular basis to various people that are usually sending things back with you that helps the HelloFresh. I have to not read it on my screen. It's gonna happen. Compound to really be able to survive. So today you've been tasked with heading across town. It's one of the furthest runs that a runner can do for HelloFresh. And Big Bill, you've decided that you're going to go on this one. It's been a while since you've been in the field. And last week, when the run to this it's a 30-some story high rise, where they they make a lot of the fabrics and textiles that you use to make your uniforms, your sheets, the various canvases and tarps that you use to cover things. They have a trade agreement with you that you will feed them, and they will send you all of these different things that you need, essentially, to keep your group going. So what's your plan of attack here, Bill?
Well, it's always important to make sure that we show the young kids how things are done. You know, I fought in Operation Desert Storm twice, and I was really proud of that. But, you know, time has not been kind to my waistline. You know, I had to reluctantly leave the military, but the training never leaves. So what we're going to do is we're going to fan out in a 2x3 formation, and we're going to make our way across to where we're supposed to be going. I, of course, will take point. I've got the trusty shotgun. I know how to use it. And big guy Chad, he could be on the point on the back, the rear guard is what I'm trying to say. And the other two are very fast. I know that about them. They're not very good at their job, but they're very fast. So they're in the middle.
2x3?
That's just what we call it. It's not really. It's like a 5x5, but there's only there's 4 of us total, so it's a 2x3. But there's only 4 of us still.
Still doesn't. Okay.
All right, you know what? We'll get you through this, Melanie. Chad, don't try to make sense of it. It's like, is there 5 lights? Is there 4 lights? We don't really know. So we'll keep going. But
I'm sorry, but I heard 5x5, and now all I can think about is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I don't know the new bands.
gonna-
I'm not sure what that is, but okay. Are we all with the plan though, right? I mean, we need to make sure that this delivery gets to where it's going. We don't want to repeat what you guys did last week. The 3 of you didn't run out to the building. Nakatomi has never been the same since you guys didn't deliver. So I want to make sure we get it handled right this time, okay?
You know what? I don't remember what you said, but we got this. I'm gonna get this done. I have a 100% success rate. Don't tell me differently. 100%.
Nakatomi wasn't our fault. It wasn't.
What happened?
It's for a moment there's a flashback to you reading. There's not really newspapers anymore, but there are these flyers that are kind of dropped off of tall buildings, and so they flutter down, and you can catch up on the latest news. And you remember seeing, you know, about the Nakatomi Plaza incident that happened on Christmas, where they were supposed to have this big feast, and a bunch of German fellows kind of had a meltdown because the HelloFresh was not delivered on time. And you remember seeing something about explosions and somebody being thrown out a window. It was terrible. Terrible.
They had to blow up that entire skyscraper to get rid of the zombie infestation that happened inside. It was terrible.
Not my fault.
Blown up before we got there.
Yeah.
We got there.
Yeah.
You know how many times I told my drill sergeant back in the day that it was already blown up by the time I got there? You know how many times that was true? 0. So I know you're lying, but that's okay. We're going to get through it.
But, no,
I don't remember any of that. You sure that was us?
I'm pretty sure it was blown up before we got there.
There was so many bodies.
Okay, you know what? There's 2 of you saying it, so it must be true. I'm going to go ahead and just take it up on face value. But regardless, things are going to go smooth, right, Chad?
Yeah, brah.
Why you ask?
Don't trust Chad.
Why
Don't
not?
trust Chad.
Trust.
No, trust
I don't
me.
Trust any.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that. No,
So while Melanie's trying to make sure that, you know, they hear her, and Bill's trying to make sure that everyone's feeling
Intimidated.
Okay, it wasn't necessarily like you were trying to like pump them up. It was more intimidation. Okay.
Yeah. He's not worried about pumping them up. No.
You're intimidating them into doing this right. Lucky is, you know, obviously going to do it because he's the best and has his 100% rating. And Chad is just, you know, kind of flexing as you're all walking down the corridor that leads you to the outer rim of the compound. There's a perimeter that you essentially go through, and each of you are shouldering your packs. These are fairly streamlined packs. They don't weigh much on their own, but they do carry a lot, and the foods that you're sticking in them should stay safe, even in the face of like kind of being bashed around and stuff. There's not a lot of sometimes some eggs get broken, but you know, as long as you're able to bring back a lot of those containers, which you will also the empty things are always recycled and they're sent back to you. You know, as long as you bring those back, you should be able to, you know, continue that kind of making those things again is going to be difficult. So it'll be very important for you as runners to make sure you get the recycled goods on your way back. But you're shouldering them now. They're comfortable. They kind of sit not too high, not too low, so that you're able to move around. And they don't throw off your center of movement too much. Like you're not overbalanced in any certain direction unless you're leaning too far out. So just as a kind of a heads up, there may be some situations where the bags might get in the way, but for the most part, you don't need to worry about it. Does that all make sense?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Chad will reach back in his backpack and pull out his laminated paper. Did everybody remember Rule 14?
That
Rule
double
14,
tap?
of course, is double. Yes, that. You know what?
No,
I think
that's
you
the
are.
extra pair
You
of
got this
underwear.
figured out, Lemon.
Always have more underwear, it says.
Yeah, because
No,
you wear them front
no, I'm
ways,
pretty sure
you wear
it's-
them back ways, you turn them inside out, wear them front ways and back ways again.
Oh,
What's more important though is to keep your feet dry. Change your socks every time we stop. Okay.
That's not on the list.
think that's
I saw a documentary on this.
As a
A
true
documentary.
samurai in training, I don't need to worry about any of this. It's mind over matter. I am brave. I can do whatever I want and succeed.
I'm just getting this vision that as you all exit the door, the guards, who are heavily armed, by the way, have done the checking to make sure that there aren't any zombies out there and cleared out any that have been lingering by the door. They open the door, let you out. I feel like Melanie has just been talking this entire time, and whether any of it was caught by any of you or even the guards, who's to say? But as the door clanks shut behind you, you are now free of the safety that is the HelloFresh compound. Before you lies a desolate wasteland of a city. There are some high-rises still left standing, but those are mostly just gutted shells of what they used to be. The city itself is just a ghost of the splendor and comfort that you used to live in. You know, Bill, the easiest way, or your planned route anyway, to get from your office building to this high-rise that is your destination is to head over to the monorail, which runs above the city streets. It is an automated service that has just never stopped working, which is great as far as you're concerned. It's really effective and efficient in increasing your delivery times, and you don't have to pay for it. And so
Nice.
you want to head over there. Is there anyone else that has other plans? I don't want to speak for all of you.
We should really try to be quiet. Like, quiet. You know that they hear better than they can see, right? Really.
The samurai is always quiet.
No, you're not. So,
Dad, can you
do
stop
that.
lifting that car for 3 seconds? Pay attention to what's going on over here.
What? I was listening. You gotta let limber, it said.
Okay.
You got to stretch.
Ninja Lemon.
Samurai.
Melody. Is it, what's the name? Melanie.
Melanie.
Melanie. You gotta talk a little bit louder. I took some shrapnel to this ear during my tour, so I don't hear it too well.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Melody. Okay, Melody. So, Melody, Lemon Ninja, here's where we get Fruit Ninja. How about that?
Samurai
Play that game?
in training.
My grandson plays that game.
Ugh. That's a mockery of the ninja culture.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so we're gonna have you guys go on point because, like I said, you guys are faster, and I'm gonna straighten my tie. I've got one that bright green Hello Fresh. See, I did it wrong too, Jeremy. Hello Fresh tie color with the blue, with my big camo pants. Chad, you're gonna take rear point. You've got your. Wait a minute, am I the only one who brought a firearm? We're out here in the war zone.
Well, she said be quiet.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah. I have a bow. It's quiet, and I can hurt them from far away.
Oh, boy.
I have
oh, boy.
my katana, which never runs out of bullets.
Why would you get close to a zombie? This is so dumb.
Because I'm brave. Do you know what bravery is? That's what I thought.
You know what bravery is, son? It's holding your companion in your arms while he screams for his mother. He bleeds out all over the Kuwait sand. It's terrible.
Melanie just rollerblades away. Starts moving towards the monorail. She's just like, I can't.
So, Bill, one of your employees has taken the initiative
Melody.
and is heading off.
I think this is that 5 thing you were talking about, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is planned. This is exactly a part of the movement. Everybody follow her lead. We're going to need Lemon Ninja. You go around the other side. I want you guys in a flanking motion and get around to...
I have to say that Fruit Ninja was a pretty solid joke.
Thanks. So yeah, we're gonna need you to flank though. Chad, let's go.
Where are we going again?
We're all gonna die out here.
Lemon, so are you listening? Are you flanking according to the orders that General Bill has given you?
Yes, because I am not a Ronin. He is my master. Yeah.
Okay. So as you...
I mean, I'm arrogant, but I'm not like that arrogant.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As you are heading and you're kind of flanking off to the side, you do hear some shuffling, scraping footsteps, a telltale sign that a zombie is close. What would you like to do? You're several yards away from the group at this point.
Ooh. I'm gonna try and conceal myself.
Okay.
Until I get a chance to attack.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, why don't you do a check? Do you have like a stealth ability?
Yes.
Excellent.
I have 2 ranks in conceal.
Nice.
So checks I make to hide an object on a creature, including myself. Oh, wait a minute.
That's hiding an object, I think.
Dang
not
it!
just
It
stealth.
is. No.
So wait, if you hide a
So you can do
car
stealth.
on yourself,
You could just stealth.
I guess I'm just gonna. I misread that. No.
Puts a helicopter in his back pocket.
right? Well, if you're hiding the helicopter on yourself, then does that hide you? Or
I'm hiding the HelloFresh order on myself. Dang it! I can't believe I did. Okay.
I mean, I didn't.
No, I meant to do that. I did that on
It's
purpose.
right?
All part of the
yeah.
plan, right?
Good. Yeah. I'm gonna try and hide
Okay.
or be sneaky. Yeah. So that'd be a D10.
I believe it is a D10. You're gonna want a 6 or
Yes.
below.
7. So
Nice, nice. All right, so as you sneak up and you're trying to kind of hide, there's a large trash bin right there, like kind of a big blue dumpster that the paint is all like scraped up, and one door is hanging off. It's still connected just slightly. The other one is gone. You don't even see it around. And as you step, there's something slick, and you don't go sliding. You just lose your moment. Your like you go to stop and you slip just enough to kind of bump it, and that door creaks, and you hear that shuffling kind of speed up a little and head in your direction, and through the triangle that's made by the ground, the dumpster, and that door that's hanging off, you see what looks like once was a woman, and it only takes you a moment to realize, that's Gretchen. That's too bad. Gretchen used to be one of your favorite bartenders over at the gastropub that they had decided that they were going to go ahead and, hole up there, and they created their own defenses, and for years runners have used it as their kind of hangout space outside of their various compounds. And so apparently maybe they didn't, you're not sure, but you're sure that is Gretchen, so you don't know what happened to the Pappy's gastropub, but Gretchen kind of what's that?
I was going to say my suggestion was going to be the flaming pickle.
The flaming pickle. Okay, that's fair. No, the flaming pickle's great. And so as she kind of shuffles forward, you see that there are lots of like bite marks out of her arms and her neck, her pants, like her cargo pants have been torn, and her ankles are kind of like bone as she moves forward. You see like the flaming pepper name tag with the like tape imprinted name stuck to it, Gretchen. Her bright blue hair is like falling out in patches. It's like all stained. She does have a pint of something that is still full. She's very carefully walking with it. It hasn't spilled. What would you like to do?
My first thought is she owes me $2.
I want my $2.
Thank you. You.
You're welcome.
And then I also think I will give you a warrior's death. I changed my voice. This is my new voice. This is fighter mode, Lucky Lemon. And so I am going to draw my samurai sword in wakizashi and use my dual wielding, which also doesn't do what I think it does. I'm going to attack.
Okay.
New system, yay!
So, right? This is the fun part about playing a new system for the first time on stream.
Honestly, I'm really happy that these aren't doing what I think they're doing, because I love messing myself up in games.
Nice.
Like, just it's the best way to play.
Perfect. So, Bill, actually, Melanie, you're probably ahead of Bill. So you notice that over on the side, Lucky Lemon has kind of crouched down next to a dumpster that's, the door is falling off, and you heard it squeak. You glance over, you see Gretchen. It's too bad. She's such a nice lady, or she was, she comes stumbling towards Lucky Lemon. As Lemon, what do you do?
I'm going to draw my katana and rush over and try and cut Gretchen's head off.
Okay. So, Melanie, you see him step around, move over. Her expression never changes, and you notice that she's got that pint of beer in her hand as Lemon rolls a...
I guess that'd be a D10.
Yes.
Yeah. Because so dual wielding if I want to like flourish my weapons to show off or intimidate, I use a D8, or I can avoid if I'm doing an avoid check against a melee attack coming towards me, I can use a D8.
Okay.
So this does not help me at all actually attacking.
Okay, gotcha. Are you
Yeah.
are you going to attack, or do you want to flourish?
Yeah,
Do you
no.
want to
I'm going to flourish. No, I said I was going to give her a warrior's death, so I'm going to attack.
Okay, okay. So on your D10, you're going to need a 7 or below.
Ooh.
You got this, Fruit Warrior.
10.
Interesting.
I'm changing dice.
So
Already.
Melanie, you have your hand raised. Is there something you want to do?
Well, yes, Melanie would try to shoot Gretchen before he gets close because he's really loud when he attacks. He makes ninja noises.
Yes, I do that.
And-
Yeah!
When you're running, do you put your arms behind you and you're like,
No, well, it's sort of like I've got my sword, but yeah, it's like like that trailing behind me, like the loud anime scream as I attack.
okay.
Yep.
Wakizashi slice.
Yeah, I'm not using the katana. I'm using the wakizashi. Yeah.
Nice.
That's why he
Better.
missed.
Right,
You know,
Naruto run.
not quite as long as he was expecting.
right. If you used
Yeah,
katana,
exactly.
would have reached.
I just completely miss.
So our Melanie, are you trying to boost? Or are you gonna just try and shoot?
No, I'm just gonna try and shoot.
Okay, go ahead and shoot. What are you shooting with?
My bow and arrow.
Okay.
I do this like half spin on my blades and pull out the bow and arrow and just.
Nice, nice. Go ahead and roll your ranged attack there.
So I do have clumsy.
Oh, what does clumsy do?
When you miss with a melee attack, you hit an object of the GM's choice within melee distance that isn't being worn or held.
Yes.
Like, I hit a fire extinguisher covering the entire area in thick smoke.
Oh, nice, nice.
I may have just made this harder for you.
No, it's gonna be amazing.
Um,
Oh yeah.
Meek Melanie, and I am very sorry about that.
Did you just ring the
Well,
darter bell?
I rolled. I don't know if you need me to roll at disadvantage.
Well, what did you get on your roll? Because you didn't look super pleased with it.
Oh, I got a 6.
Oh, okay, nice. So
but that's why when he
as-
started talking, I was like,
Sorry.
Melody's not pleased with anything about this entire situation and
Right.
her whole life. So
I
it's
mean,
fine.
it is a much. There's a lot of changes that have happened recently, so understandable. Okay, so Lemon, as you're running forward, and gore begins to spray out of the eye socket of Gretchen, you kind of like take this surprised jolt and slip on something gooey on the ground. As you're careening forward and pinwheeling your arms, you hear the glass of beer shatter, and that's the last bit of like slipperiness that you really needed to completely eat shit. Tell me how you eat shit, and what does that look like?
How graphic can I get?
You can
I mean, not super, just
I was like, what did I
Glass
set this
leg.
at? Was this mature only? You be as graphic as you want to be, and we can pick up the
I won't
pieces
get
later.
that graphic. Hey, no, Lemon like goes. He kind of barely nicks with like blood. I think the blood mostly gets in his hair as he's falling forward, and his like chin area like lands in the glass. So he's got glass sticking in his leg now, and he tries real hard to be a true samurai in training and to not show pain, but he's just like biting his knuckle like yeah. And it's like the same hand with the katana, with the wakizashi and a tuch.
So we're gonna go with you're not gonna take any damage from it, but you're gonna get a wound from the glass going into your arm, into your leg. And that wound is you're not gonna be able to use your movement twice in one turn. So you can't dash.
Okay. I think after this, Lemon's just going to kind of shut up for a while. Yeah.
God.
Melanie, so you see this happen, and as Bill and Chad are coming up behind this, behind the scene, you're kind of coming up behind it, and nothing has really started off great. Bill, you're really not sure that at least Lemon was the employee you thought.
We have a soldier down. Chad, grab him, get him out of there. Let's go. Start waving the shotgun around, trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, is Gretchen
I'll just
down?
keep shooting.
Oh yeah, Gretchen's down, right through
Okay.
the eyeball.
Nice.
Chad will walk over.
Quiet.
You okay over there, brah? You broke the beer.
Pick him up, get him out of here. No man left behind. Let's go.
Chad, you realize, oh, this is Gretchen. Obviously, sad moment. This is also the first time you've ever seen Gretchen drop a beer. Or even spill a beer.
Beer.
All right, so
I'll grab Lemon by his kind of belt and, his pants belt and help lift him up.
Through the biting, I say check her pockets for $2.
sure, why don't you roll a d12 on that one. We'll call it a 50-50. You're going to need a 6 or better.
7.
7. There's like some change in there. In fact, looking at it, you're pretty sure that's the tip you left last time you saw her.
Yeah, disappointed, wounded. Lemon's just gonna kind of shut up and back off for now. Very embarrassed.
Hey, brah, you dropped your sword.
I made it like 5 feet.
Picks it
guys.
up.
We really should just keep going.
Is everybody alive? Everybody accounted for? Is that the only one you saw?
Oh, please quiet. There's zombies. They can hear you.
I'm like in the battle pose. I'm searching everywhere.
You definitely notice
Right.
that
Just
Bill's voice just kind of carries through this area.
Yeah, because one of my struggles is I'm very prominent, so I'm not very quiet at all. So yeah, there's a lot of loud yelling. I have a big giant janitor key ring that on my side as I'm moving around too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Chad will walk over to the dumpster and look inside to see if there's any more.
I feel like maybe we should explain that. So what are struggles, Bill?
Struggles? Oh, struggles are things within the game that are hindrances that you have, basically, that make it so that you have to roll higher dice to try to succeed at certain abilities. So, for example, because I am prominent, it affects my stealth rolls. All stealth tests of any kind in the game that I make have to be at a D12, trying to beat the same target number difficulties of lower rolling. So, yeah, it's fun little flaws to play your character, good
Yeah.
fun stuff like that.
And
And Mika's clumsy, we figured out, right?
No,
Well,
that's
sorry, Lemon.
yes.
is-
No, clumsy. Yeah. No, I'm maybe a little clumsy too.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I didn't realize we were talking real life struggles.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
I got a lot of those.
Yeah, be the rest of the stream if we get talking about that. But
All right. Well, as you all pick yourselves up and you head off towards the monorail, you have been told that recently zombie activity in the area has been fairly low. There's not a lot of population down here other than those in the Hello Fresh compound, and with the amount of security and fortifications that you've put up, Bill, you really feel like it's a good part of why it's so quiet down here. And you managed to make it to the monorail platform. You climb up the stairs. There are a lot of debris on it, just trash that's built up over the years after everything fell apart. But you do hear the vibration that the monorail track makes when the train is getting closer. What would you like to do?
So I mean, it's gonna come up. It's gonna stop, right? It's not just gonna. We gotta jump on it.
Yeah. As far as you know, because you've gone running before, haven't you, Bill?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. But yeah, definitely have. Especially when I first started HelloFresh, the franchise that I took over. You know, I had to do a lot of running then before I found these three to help. So
Fair enough.
Rule number one is cardio.
Yeah,
that is
Wait,
true. That is true.
Are we the only employees?
no, there are other teams.
Okay.
Did
Um,
any
but
of them survive?
We're the only four to work together, right?
Okay.
We're our little group.
Well, I know there are other teams that go out. Running solo is really dangerous, particularly because not all zombies are equal.
Right.
Some have more thought processes than, say, Gretchen, for example, who is just kind of lost in her zombiness and, you know, just kind of shuffling along. You've definitely encountered zombies that have, you know, the ability to like have tactics and forethought and stuff, and so having teams that go out and support one another is kind of important. It's part of why HelloFresh has made it this long.
Yeah, Gretchen's one of the what we call the plastics. They're zombies that are very stiff and rigid and don't move very good. So so we knew we were safe there. But
Excellent.
yeah, there are other ones that are a little bit more harder to deal with.
Yeah.
Sure.
But speaking of other running teams, as you get to the top of this elevated platform, you see that recently someone has pasted up a new poster for the only other food industry that has managed to make it this long and survive the zombie apocalypse: Taco Bell.
Those bastards.
It's a bright pink, blue, black, and purple monster of a poster. It's talking about how they are the number one in delivery services, guaranteeing your hot and ready to eat food, as opposed to, and you know this is a direct jibe at you, that people have to cook your food, whereas Taco Bell, it's coming ready to eat at the moment of arrival.
Taco Bell's one of the 600 things that was bought by Jeffrey Bezos during the Millionaire Wars, and they act like they're better than everybody else. But you know what? It's what it is.
I
Fine.
wonder if they'll hire me. They probably have better benefits.
What was that,
Raider.
Melody? What did you say there? My good ear, what'd you say?
Nothing.
Raider.
So, Chad, what are you doing at this time?
Well, he's looking around. Like, you said that they're attracted to noise, right, Melanie?
Yeah, you guys are really
This thing's
loud.
kind of loud, isn't it?
She says that as she scoots away and is just basically just trying to separate, make distance from the loud, attractive food. Just gonna go like
Oh no,
hide
I
a little
meant
ways
the
away.
train thing.
Yeah,
It-
yeah. The you definitely hear the
Yes,
vibration.
so
It's got worse over the years as maintenance on the track hasn't really happened. Might become a problem one of these days. You can feel it as you're on the platform, this vibration that's just kind of gently shaking everything. But go ahead and make a, we'll call it an awareness check, or if you have some affiliated ability, Chad.
That would be a 10.
A 10. You don't really notice anything.
No, not at all.
You're
I was looking at my laminated rules. Oh, we forgot the double tapper.
Can I try one? This one I'm pretty sure I understand correctly, I have,
Travel?
yes, travel rank 2.
Oh, nice.
I have it too.
Okay, excellent.
So tell me what
Um,
travel does.
So checks made to navigate through this medium, the city, is what I chose, may use a D8.
Okay. So that will come into play soon,
Okay.
but not for this specific check. As the three of you, so Melanie, you're just trying to like get away from Bill who's talking. Lemon, you're
Yep.
still just kind of hopping
In
on
pain.
one foot. Chad's kind of helping you to get up the stairs and everything. But as you're standing there and Chad's looking around and is talking about being worried about the noise, oh crap, you forgot the double tapper. Bill's talking about the crap food that Taco Bell serves, blah blah blah. Chad, you feel, and Lemon, you see all. It's very sudden. There's no chance for you to get away from this. There is this kind of what's the word I want to use? This very faint scraping noise, almost of canvas on canvas or something just a little rougher than skin over the ground. And then arms wrap around Chad's bulky torso and come up in a big hug, and this overpowering stench washes over the four of you. And Chad,
Not okay
in
with
your
it.
in your ear, you hear, "Well, hello, flesh."
Are you messing with your voice?
Do I
again,
see
Lemon?
this?
As the words leave this thing's mouth, yes, you turn and you see Gideon. You all know Gideon. Gideon is some kind of strange mutant zombie. Gideon is able to heal itself by using other zombie flesh and adding it to himself. For some reasons, Gideon likes to play with you as opposed to eat you. He's never, as far as you know, eaten anybody, but he has been the demise of many a Hello Fresh runner. As you look, you notice that Gideon's lower body is no longer made of legs, but rather seems to be almost serpentine, except for it's made of bits of arm and legs and torso of countless zombies.
Slay.
And what's that?
Slay. Honestly, slay.
And quickly, like in the right after he says this, he snaps back, almost like a snake striking, but in reverse, and kind of lumbers over the four of you. I see you're making a delivery today.
Gideon.
I hide.
Who's this again?
I hide the
Who's
delivery.
this again?
I hide with my part of the delivery.
I hide my part of the delivery.
Oh, so
Like
you
the
hide
back
right?
of my what am I wearing again? Tracksuit.
Clothes.
Like back. Yes, I'm wearing
Okay.
zombies. Yeah,
Yeah.
back of my tracksuit.
Okay.
Hide my delivery. Yeah.
Wearing hopes and dreams. No.
Chad, what do you do?
Well, I was turning to them because Chad doesn't quite remember this guy. What? Who's this again?
This is
You
Gideon.
can't see Melanie anymore. She's just gone.
You remember
Chad
Gideon?
can't
He
see
beat you at that arm wrestling competition that one time.
Oh, right. Back when I was amongst the living.
What
I
do you
don't
want,
remember
Gideon?
that
We're
at
not
all.
giving you our delivery, man.
Oh, no, I was just coming to say hello.
fresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know me, I like to stay on top of the comings and goings from this area, and you're obviously trying to go today.
What's the news of the world?
I do have some friends that are very hungry today. I thought I would bring them to your district should you be going out of your safe little house.
Gideon.
Wait, question.
Yes.
Where do we get our fresh produce and everything for our
That is
deliveries?
Great question. So, Bill, I don't know why this is Bill's idea. Bill, when society collapsed at the end of the world and you saw what was happening, you had the foresight somehow of planning ahead to keep this business of yours going. You knew that in order to survive, you were going to need things that you wouldn't be able to provide yourself, but you, as the owner and operator of this franchise of HelloFresh, you'd be able to barter with other people. And so you took control of several warehouses in the area, fenced them off, brought in like soldiers to be guards, hired runners, gave them like places to live and food to eat, and
That's
made
right.
trade agreements. I feel like Bill,
You know,
you were
did it long before the zombie outbreak. Once a prepper, always a prepper. You know, you have to be prepared for the doomsday
enough.
event.
Yeah.
And when the apocalypse comes, no matter what that form may be, you need to be willing to defend the US of A, my friend. And so, I was.
And so all of these warehouses have been turned into like various greenhouses, essentially. And there's one that is like all for chickens. There's another one that you don't really get. There is you do serve pork, so there's one that has like pigs and stuff. But because there aren't that many survivors, it's not like they have to have that many animals. But yeah, it's pretty much a self-sustaining thing as long as you can bring in the other commodities that you would need to survive. Does that
Thank
answer
you
your
for
question?
answering.
Sure. Yeah.
It does. I'm sorry for the sidetrack.
No,
The
that's.
ADHD, I was very curious.
I was actually going to bring that up in the beginning in the ADHD, and
I heard Taco Bell is Soylent Green.
right? Taco
Now
Bell is
well,
people.
That makes sense.
yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
No wonder it
Well,
gives
they're
me the
distracted
crafts.
with Gideon.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So Gideon's just kind of like looking at you all, kind of like a snake looks at a mouse. You get this strange feeling that he's waiting for something.
Well, he's
Have
looking
some
at the
friends?
three of them because Melanie hid. Could she keep an eye out for these aforementioned friends?
Sure. Do you want to do
She's
like an awareness check or a spot check or something? I don't know what
sure.
abilities you might have. This won't be a travel one.
I mean, could I? Well, the travel one does have in rank 2 that you get it for survival. Would that count? Since
Sure.
it's not navigation.
Sure. I'll give you a survival. Lemon, do you have that as well?
Yeah. No, I have travel.
Okay.
Yeah, which just lets me navigate. Yeah.
Okay.
Is a 6.
A 6. So you have noticed while the talking is going on that there are several groups of zombies that are slowly moving in from different directions. Many of them are shufflers. Some of them are climbing on walls, however. Some are much quicker in the streets. It does look like there are a good number of zombies heading in to this district.
There's ones that crawl on the walls, or some of the Spider-Man ones out there. Don't like that Spider-Man.
Are any of them getting close? Because the bow and arrow is long range, so she would like to just kind of try and keep the platform clear without drawing attention to herself.
Okay. So you do know that the platform, like the spider ones, would be able to climb up the sides, but the platform really has just the one egress you could go. So you could kind of keep an eye on that with your bow and arrow and shoot any that come up that. But you are getting the feeling that like there are more zombies than you have arrows.
I know this is mostly buying time for when the monorail gets here. So
Understandable. Okay.
Get on.
So while Melanie's taking in the situation and planning, what are the three of you doing? Bill, Chad, and Lemon?
Well, Chad's still standing there in front of our serpentine friend, trying to stand a little bit in front of Lemon, but he's puffing his chest out, trying to look intimidating.
There is a moment where Gideon kind of sways maybe a little hypnotically as he's watching your pecs dance, and he's just like, how do you do that?
What? You just gotta go see Steve, brah. He's got the best training regimen.
Did you say Steve?
Oh yeah, man. The old YMCA.
Steve isn't there any longer. I think that's Steve over there. And you look, and sure enough, down on the other side, Steve's kind of walking. He's dragging one arm that's not really connected any longer behind him, just some like sinew, but the rest of him is still all beefy.
Oh, Steve, man. I told you, you gotta run faster, man.
I'm going to take this moment to flourish my weapons.
Okay.
To intimidate. Let's see if these other dice will be kinder to me.
Chad will spend
one.
Yay! So as you
Critical.
flourish, and are you trying to be intimidating essentially?
Yeah, I feel like that's all I can really do with that.
So without showing the weakness, like you're like kind of bleeding still a little from the lacerations on your leg, but you kind of lean into that as you whip your swords around, and they come within like inches of Gideon, and he kind of rears back and he glares down at you. Well, I should be going. I'm sure I'll see you soon, though. And he smiles, and he just kind of like snakes back as the people snake body that make up his lower half like lowers him past your vision, and a rumbling occurs as the monorail cars arrive. I want Melanie, Lemon, and Chad to make survival checks if you have it, or otherwise just roll a d12.
Hey.
Nope, not survival. Can I use my travel for this?
Well, it gives you D8 on survival and navigation checks in that area, depending on your rank that you have in it.
But I think
I'm rank 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then
So
you
okay,
do.
no, it's fighting food, creating shelter, or safely interacting with locals. Rank 2.
And then the next one.
That one's for navigating.
It says surviving. So.
I'm going to give you
Does
that
it?
one because you've used the monorail before. It is part of your travel across the city. It's kind of a tool that you'd use. I'm going to go ahead and give that to you. So you'll roll a d8 instead.
Bless. Thank you. Okay. 1.
Excellent.
Dang.
Chad.
These guys are great.
Yeah, Chad's a bit oblivious to this at the moment. He rolled a 12.
Okay. Bill.
He's like looking over at Steve and just kind of shaking his head.
Damn it, Steve.
Got a 3.
Uh,
I got a 3.
oh, that's right, Melanie, not Bill. So Lemon and Melanie, you know that the monorail is going to need work. You know, it's starting to wear down, but it definitely concerns you as it gets closer, and like the rail that it sits in, pieces of it are like moving in different time as they vibrate, like where they would slide together and there were like bolts that held them. The bolts are shearing, and it just doesn't look like the rail itself is all that stable any longer. And then the rail
having lived in
cars go
Chicago,
over it.
That sounds like the L. Yeah.
The car itself comes screeching to a halt. There's like kind of a weird thud you've never felt before, and then it stops. And you can hear the groans of the slow zombies down there and the skittering of the Spider-Man zombies. There's some like sticky webs kind of spraying out from them as they pull themselves closer. What would you like to do?
Everybody get on the monorail. And I'm gonna just fire off a round, not to try to hit anybody, but I'm gonna scare the zombies, draw attention to me rather than the rest of the 3 getting on the monorail.
I feel like you're the guy with the M16 or whatever that's just like firing off. Just
like that guy in Tremors in the basement,
Yes.
who's just like
Exactly what I was thinking about.
okay, so
Does this monorail move?
I'm sorry, Melanie, what was that? It cut out a little bit.
How fast does this monorail move?
It used to move faster, about we'll say 30 miles an hour is what it used to be. It's going slower these days, maybe more like a 20-ish. So it goes faster than people can run, generally speaking.
Melanie's gonna get on top of the monorail
Okay.
nice.
Ooh.
and be ready with the bow and arrow.
If you're going
To
to
help
leave your
Bill get
rollerblades
inside.
on, I will have to make you do a
Yes.
check for that.
Yeah.
A movement check? Absolutely. I'm really good at movement, guys. Look, as a person who grew up on rollerblades, I would absolutely be able to do this. I have climbed stairs and ladders in my rollerblades.
That's fair. That's fair. I just feel
love
like you
that.
need to make a roll for it in this situation.
Absolutely. Let me roll that. Got a 5.
A
So,
5.
right
Okay,
down the
cool.
middle.
It's a little difficult. Your wheels kind of like are slipping a little as you're getting up there, but you do manage to get up there pretty quickly. Bill fires off to like draw attention. Chad, what are you up to?
Well, Chad totally was oblivious that the monorail even got here earlier. You know, seeing Steve down there. You know, not going to be able to get his pump on with Steve anymore. You know, he's kind of sad, especially as Steve's missing an arm. You know, he was well built, man.
I mean, it's still there. It's just not really attached by more than some tendons.
He's going to reach into his backpack and get a baseball out and just kind of toss it up and try to hit it at his head.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do your exotic weapon attack.
Hey, a 5.
Nice.
Didn't roll max for once.
Is it do 1 damage?
Yeah.
So Steve has a little bit more than your typical zombie, but let me just double check something real quick. While I am checking, Lemon, what are you up to?
I'm gonna flourish my blades again. Like I'm just riding on that high. Like, yeah, I'm again the warrior voice. Yeah, I'm a warrior. I've got this. I can scare them away.
Please put the delivery on the monorail.
I'm gonna put the delivery on the monorail first.
Yes.
I got this. I'm a warrior. 4.
4. You do notice that some of the spider zombies, which seem a little, they're a little more intelligent, they don't really have the capability to speak like Gideon does, but they are definitely more aware. They kind of
They've all
flinch
got
back.
cameras for some weird reason. I don't know what that's all about.
Got GoPros on their heads.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They like flinch and kind of skitter back and away, and you lose sight of them as they skitter away. Chad, your baseball does hit him in the face with a resounding crack. He takes another step forward and then collapses to the ground. It seems that though he is a beefcake, your damage has been enough to take him out.
Sorry, brah.
And as you scream, Steve, to the sky, are the three of you getting on the train?
After he sees Steve drop, he'll kind of pick up Lemon on his side and just kind of carry him in.
Lemon's like
Love
still
that.
like flourishing
Yes.
while you're being carried.
Yeah, his fate will be going forward. He'll face it backwards.
And Bill, your running team is now on the monorail. What would you
so
like
I'm
to
gonna
do?
back up, pump another round, just fire into the air again, just trying to make a lot of noise, a lot of commotion as I walk backwards
Such
calmly
a bad idea.
onto the monorail, letting them already be on there to safety. I make sure that my backpack holding my HelloFresh delivery goes onto the monorail first, because that's more important.
Okay.
Getting the delivery there in time.
Okay.
But yeah, I eventually get on as well.
All right. So as you get on, you feel this like shuddering as the monorail kind of tries to close all of its doors and then begins to slowly move out. And Melanie, being on top, you can hear the grinding better as something beneath the monorail is just like,
Oh,
and then it
you
starts
said
moving
beneath?
forward. What's that?
You said beneath the monorail?
Yeah, beneath the monorail, kind of where you notice that where the monorail itself, sorry, beneath the
I'm gonna
cars.
climb back down the ladder
Okay.
and look under the monorail.
Okay. Make me a check for that. Don't roll the highest number you can.
Movement or investigate, or what would you like from this?
Let's-
More movement
so we're doing
or
a
more
movement.
investigation?
This is movement as you're
Okay.
you're climbing down in your rollerblades.
Absolutely. I got one.
Nice. Yeah, you managed to like go down there. You actually use your rollerblade to like hook it into the ladder rung, so you can get a little extra distance as you hang down and you're looking. And as you're picking up speed, you can see the monorail behind you is just like, you know, the rails are supposed to line up, right? And they're going like this. It's like those bolts have just sheared, and so when the guides on the monorail cars are hitting them, you can feel this like chunk, chunk, and every time and you're getting further away, but you can see it's pushing the rail apart. And you glance the other way, and you notice the same shifting in the rails ahead of you.
Okay. Guys. They probably don't hear me because I am
Nope.
outside in the wind, and I
I'm
don't
not
yell.
even gonna give them a roll for that one. Oh no!
I like look in the window. I look in the window.
I immediately turn with the shotgun towards the window, but then realize it's her, so I don't pull the trigger.
You see Melanie hanging upside down, looking in the window.
Chad waves back at her.
I'm gonna go over to the window. I'm gonna take the butt of the shotgun and smash the window so I can grab her and pull her in because I think she's falling
No.
off the train.
Okay.
I do not. I will try to like sit up really fast so he can't grab me.
Okay. Why don't you do we'll do this contested. So we'll do D. Do you have any kind of unarmed bonus, Bill?
I have a D8 to my avoid checks.
Okay.
And
Oh, nice.
reflexes.
Yeah, no, I don't. I
Okay.
don't have anything like that.
So then you'll do a D12 against Melanie's D8.
Okay,
Whoever gets the lowest number wins.
9. Probably gonna be her.
So I don't think I can pull a 9.
I was
I
like,
got 5.
unless there's some weird, strange, like
Euclidean
confluence
geometry.
in the force.
Non-Euclidean, I should say.
So you do manage to get out of the way. Like, you bust the window, you get out of the way as he tries to grab you. Bill, you realize she's not falling, that she's just like hanging there. Melanie, what do you say or do?
Tracks are real bad. We should be prepared to jump if things break. We should be prepared to exit.
What?
You're getting about every fifth word because it is so loud.
There's only like 5
Listen.
words too.
I just
He's saying something about the tracks. Either one of you guys hear? I don't know what Melody's saying here.
I take out my cell phone and I just text it to them instead.
Or cell phones at work.
So
I don't know. Well, I have a communication device. Is that a piece of paper and pen instead? I did
Right.
take communication device as one of my pieces of equipment.
It's a passenger pigeon, actually.
Walkie-talkies.
It's a pager.
Yeah, I was
It's a
gonna say
pager because those
walkie-talkies.
things last forever. It's a pager.
Yeah.
you have a pager, and
Tracks
you could
bad.
like type it in or whatever, but you wouldn't
No,
send
yeah.
it to anything. You'd then show them.
Well, he has one. Chad has a communication device.
Right, but like, as far as a network to send it on, that doesn't really exist anymore.
It's a
Are you
satellite
sure
Nokia phone.
satellite?
Yeah.
That's fair. I'll
Did
give
the
you
zombies
that.
destroy the satellites?
I will give you that they have not
Oh.
fallen out of orbit yet.
Okay. I text Chad. Tracks are bad. Be prepared to jump off the train.
He'll hand it to Bill.
Now,
Actually,
Melanie, is this typed in like plain English or is this typed in like text speech? Yeah,
Oh,
because you know Chad and you
oh yeah,
can communicate that way.
it probably is like a emoji of a train with the little explosive emoji, and then like a face, and then like the runner.
Okay, Chad, you got it. You know exactly what it is because the three of you, Lemon and Melanie, you go out all the time and to do your runnings, and you got this. But Bill's the new guy on the squad essentially, and Bill, you look at it and you're like,
Got some pictures and it says TH3, whatever that means. TH3, picture of a train. I don't know what this is. I hand
The
it back
train's
to him.
bad, bro. It might be problems.
Well, why
Be
did you just
prepared.
say that? Oh my goodness, these kids.
It was what you were saying about communications and keeping them hidden
It's
in case
I know.
in case
I know what
zombies
to
can
do.
read it.
You know what to do. What's that?
Lemon is going to flourish his blades at the other train.
excellent, yes. I'm not going to make you roll for this, but it's what you do.
Yes. I think the pain has gotten to Lemon from the glass in his shins, and he's not thinking correctly.
Yeah, getting a little loopy. Okay.
Yeah. I think
So-
maybe like he's got like some ibuprofen or something, and having popped that's also he's just got a weak constitution for ibuprofen. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chad will walk over to the doors. They're probably those double slide doors, and you'll try to pry it, get a little bit of finger room, and then try to open them up.
Sure. But
You
it
know,
should
they're
do
very hard.
should do like some kind of strength check. I don't know what ability you have that might give you a bonus on that.
I have a bodybuilding bonus.
Perfect.
And Melanie is gonna help from the other side of the doors because
Okay.
she's on the outside. Presuming it's not like subway and more like train, where it's like an outdoor pass through and not an
Nice.
indoor pass through.
Well, so he's on the side of the train and not the in betweens, right?
Yeah, I'm on the inside. We came
Like-
in the doors.
That's what I'm saying. Is it like a train where the in between the cars is open to the outside, or is it like a subway where The in-betweens are indoors.
So it is like a subway, but are you trying to open the outdoors that you came in, or are you trying to open the door between? Although, Melanie, to clarify a little bit more, even though it is more like a subway where it's like the in-betweens, a lot of that, because it's just like plastic that goes over, a lot of that's like broken, fallen off, and all of that. So it's easy to climb in between those things from the outside, if that helps.
Just like to help him open the doors from the other side
Sure.
of whatever doors.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
you can
trying
get
to
on top of the
open.
train. So do
Yeah,
you want to give him an
I've
effort?
been on top of the train. Yeah, that's what I want. I can spend 2 extra effort to give him another dice.
Okay, nice.
And thankfully, the 7 on the first dice turned into a 1 on the second dice.
Perfect. So as you pry these doors open, you do feel this like kind of, it's not super jarring yet, where the train is like hitting these, it almost feels like it's hitting like speed bumps or something. It's a little weird.
So we're gonna go over zombies?
Maybe.
No, I didn't
Plastics.
see any zombies. Do I see any zombies on the tracks?
You don't.
No, it's not zombies.
Chad will reach out like, he's trying to grab a baby out towards Melanie to help her in.
Chad, I don't need help. I can. And she'll just swing herself in and land on her rollerblades in the middle of the cart.
Yeah.
If you need me to make a movement check, I can make a movement check.
No. I'm gonna go with that whole thing there went smoothly. So I'm reading chat while I'm talking to you. We're talking about dogs and giving treats to Libby. Treat delivered. Okay, so
For HelloFlash.
for Hello Flash, Chad. So was there were you just trying to let Melanie in, or was there any other thing that you wanted to do at the door?
No, I'm gonna to keep the doors open
Okay.
in case we have to make a quick exit.
Okay. They do try to like automatically close, but they're so rickety at this point that really just kind of like leaning against it or putting your hand on it keeps them from even like getting very far at all. You don't have to do any more strength checks or anything for it. Bill, what are you up to?
I'm just watching these kids, not really understanding, but you know what? They've been running together for a while, so I'm just letting them do their thing. I'm not going to interfere. I'm just keeping an ever vigilant watch to make sure we're not going to get snuck up on. And now that I finally understand what they're talking about, I'm looking out the broken window to the tracks, see if I see anything coming up ahead or anything that's busted down.
Interesting that you mentioned that. Because as you're looking out the window and kind of up ahead, you do notice some smoke that you're pretty sure is not really supposed to be there. Was that a bark? An attempt at
Well,
one?
everybody, we have a bit of a rendezvous ahead of us. He starts doing like these weird like hand signaling gestures that they don't know what he's doing. There's something ahead. There's some smoke ahead on the tracks.
Just
Hey,
look
Lemon,
out.
you might put away your toys so you don't get hurt if we have to stop.
No, I'm doing good. I've got this.
He's a
I'm-
street samurai. He's got it figured out.
Yeah, I'm defending. The reason we haven't been hit by the other train yet is because of these flourishes. And then Lemon drops his katana and is like, "Okay, I'm done." And he puts his maul swords away.
So
He feels like he's done his job.
nice. So as Melanie and you and Chad said, you were both kind of like peering ahead, or was it Bill and
Yeah, I was
Melanie?
looking
Sorry.
to see.
As the two of you are glancing ahead while Lemon and Chad are having this conversation, and Lemon puts his swords away, you notice that there are they're obviously zombies. You've just never really seen zombies like this before. They're a little larger than say like a deer. And you can't tell whether they have fur or scales or something, but you can tell that they're like doing something on the rail, and whatever they're doing is causing smoke to just pour off of it. And you can feel like the train starts kind of doing this, whereas it was going forward and just shaking. Like it's kind of starting to like feel like it's turning sideways just a little bit, off and on.
Can I shoot the zombie off of the track?
You could try.
Right. Yeah, I wanna try and
I
save, like,
am
on the
going
other
to.
side.
This is going to be quite difficult because of the movement of the train and etc. So just so you know. But go ahead.
Chad'll help hold Big Bill so that he can get, like kind of over to
Yeah.
the side a little to get his shot. So he'll, like hold him from the back on his waist.
Okay.
And
So there's one on
I
either
have a-
side. Is Melanie shooting one and Bill shooting the other?
that's what I want to try to do. Yeah, I
Okay.
do have the sharp shooting talent, which
Ooh.
lets me, when I'm wielding a projectile weapon like my shotgun here, I can fire one like range further, so I could shoot it longer than long range. And if I can still shoot things that I can't see because I have rank 2, but I do that at the D12, so it doesn't really help me with this roll, but it's further away maybe, I don't know. I
Okay.
kind of did what Mika did. I was like, oh yeah, sharpshooting. I can shoot everything. Oh no, it's just that. So,
Okay.
it's all good.
Yeah, I looked at sharpshooting and then I looked at what it did and I was like, nah.
Right. So Melanie got a 3,
3. Yes, I got a
and
3.
Bill,
I'm rolling about a 10.
I believe so, unless you have something that.
A D10, yeah.
I just
That's
just
your
have
base roll.
yeah. I just have if I want to shoot farther, I have to roll a D12, or if I want to shoot a target I can't see, I roll a D12. But I can still hit them if I roll. So 10, 2.
Nice. Both of your shotgun and your arrow both hit them. Does shotgun do more than 1 damage?
It doesn't really say.
I believe it does 1. I think that's just kind of the.
I think everything does 1
Right.
unless it's been specified.
Right.
I do have another talent though called finishing blow, which is if I shoot something and it has only 1 health left, it takes that too. It takes that additional.
Oh, that's awesome.
It dies.
Nice.
Nice.
So as your projectiles slam into these zombies, they do rear back. You get this like weird. You have no idea what these things were prior to their mutation. They do look somewhat deerish, but their proportions are wrong. You do see bits of fur as you're rocketing closer. You're not really rocketing closer as you're careening slowly at a medium pace towards this. And they turn and jump off. Just in time for you to hear a resounding crack from ahead, and you see the monorail as it begins to kind of tilt, like the rail itself kind of tilts off to the side and falls and kind of aims you off into this neighborhood instead of further down.
I'm gonna try to time my jump so that I don't get hurt.
Grab on to something, everybody!
No, I'm jumping off of this.
Okay, you're gonna
I
jump
grab
off.
my swords.
Levin's gonna grab his swords. Chad.
Oh man, Chad's gonna try to toss people.
Okay.
Because he only has a hold of me because he was steadying me while I shot. So
Right. So you're gonna chuck Mika off? Sorry, Lemon off?
No, Bill.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna hold. You're holding Lemon. Melanie
No,
is jumping.
I
Bill.
was already holding Bill
Yeah.
so he could shoot.
Oh, that's
And
right.
Now
Okay.
that we start to fall, like, oh man,
All
so,
right.
yeah.
So are you gonna chuck Bill and then
Chuck Bill.
Nice.
Lemon? What are you doing?
I guess I'm jumping off.
Okay. Why doesn't
Yeah.
everyone make a like an athletic check or whatever ability that you have? If you don't have anything, you are gonna roll a d12 for this. Yes, Melanie.
I have stuff for movement and I also have stuff for reflexes.
Okay. What does your reflex one do?
Reaction time.
Oh, right.
It's a reaction. I get to roll d8 for reaction.
I'd probably use your movement one.
both in of combat and out of combat. I mean, it's a d8 either way. I
Okay.
just didn't know if any of those apply.
Perfect. So go
Can I
ahead.
use? Sorry, go ahead.
No, after you.
Oh, no, I was just gonna. I feel bad. I feel like I interrupt you a lot. I was just gonna say, can I use investigate to find a mattress to land on?
So essentially, you want to look before you leap and
Yes.
kind of use that to gauge. Sure. It's going to increase the difficulty of your leap because you're going to be leaping just a moment later. But if you
If
see
I use
something,
investigate, I get a D8.
nice. If you see something and you can land, or you can land easier, then you might not take damage.
He's going for domino.
Yeah. So
Yeah, right.
you roll investigate. Melanie, roll your movement.
Movement.
Bill, what are you rolling?
Well, I have sure-footed, but that won't help me as I'm getting yeeted out the side of a monorail. So I'm just rolling that D10, I guess.
So you can roll a d12 for this
A
one
D12. Okay, that's
because
I'm
you don't
rolling
really
D12.
have any kind of
Yeah, because my sure-footed is
being
if I'm
thrown
trying to
out of a
climb
train
or I'm
ability.
moving. Yes, I don't have anything for this. So yeah, roll D12.
And then Chad, what is as all of them are like being thrown off or jumping? What's your final action?
I'll jump off after.
Okay, so you're gonna also roll
Assuming that
one.
all the HelloFresh things are with the people. Like if Bill forgot his or whatever, I'll try to grab that.
No, mine's in my backpack.
Okay.
Never out of sight.
Okay, so as you are doing that and everyone make your roll, we're going to cut to break. We'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes or so, depending on how long everyone's bio break is, and we will see you shortly. We will be right back. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. When last we saw our intrepid runners, delivery folk, you were falling out of a train. So, Melanie, what did you get?
I got 2.
A 2. Okay. Bill.
I also got a 2 to get yeeted out of the train.
Nice. Not bad at all. And Lemon, what did you get to jump out of the
Don't
train?
ask me this. Don't ask me this.
Um,
I got a 7.
okay, so yeah, it wasn't a 2. Okay. Chad, what did you get?
I mean, 7 almost looks like a 2. I got a 2 as well to yeet.
Oh,
Bill out
what
of
the
train.
heck? All right, so Lemon, as you go to jump out, that pain in your leg just, it's like there's another piece of glass that you missed when you're pulling them out earlier, and it just like rubs you the wrong way, catches on your track pants, and you just like stumble, and you don't even jump, you just fall out, and directly below is like a fence, right? And you fall down and you hit that fence, and then you flip through the air and land in like a pile of garbage. Nearby,
You're supposed to be lucky?
It's a pile of more Maul samurai swords. Yeah.
make a tetanus roll, I guess. No,
It's a dumpster full of swords for some reason. It's weird.
you
Yeah.
are going to take. I actually meant to ask you all this because I wasn't at the session 0. How much life on average do you all have?
I have 4.
3.
Well,
3.
I have 3. Well, because you start with 2, and on a
Mhm.
level up, you can choose to increase your health or your efforts. So
Right.
I did 1 and 1 on each of my levels.
Nice. And just for everyone's information, they're all level 3 for this game, and Sagas is a 1 to 10 system. So, Lemon, you are going to take a point of health damage from that one.
Could have been so much worse.
It could have been. So now you are. You have
You
a
could have
wound,
a little bit on the train.
which you hear as it's soaring off the track and then plows into some houses that are like off the neighborhood that's just next to you. So now you're in between the raised track and this housing development, and close, like the direction you essentially have to go is now blocked by a still crashing train that's like smashing into houses and starting to turn over itself, and it's electric, so there's not like explosions and stuff like that. And yeah, that's
how good a
That's what it
shape
hits a
are the
Pinto.
tracks? How good a shape are the tracks still in? I know they're raised tracks, but how good a shape? Because I presume those are also in the direction we want to go. So
Are we in
yeah.
Chicago?
You're in any town, USA.
Okay.
every town, US.
Right?
Greenfield.
Do you want to be in Chicago?
No, I was just
Is Beth
Curious.
still in chat? Because then we have to be from Chicago.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
She's
0-10 landing.
Right now.
So, I mean, part of the track is a lot of the track that you've been on is still standing. You can see separate pieces of it kind of waving asynchronously. But the part that the train essentially drug down with it is definitely blocking your path. You could go back and around it, or you can go off through the neighborhood. Which do you feel is...
Oh, we can't like go up.
No. I mean, you can like go around the train and get back to the rail and climb up it and then walk down the rail if you'd like.
The electric rail.
The electric rail, right?
pass. I'll walk on the electric. So, Orange Ninja, are you dead, or do you need some help, or?
It's Lemon.
Lemon.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Do you need some help?
I think I have tetanus.
Yeah, let me take a look, and I'm gonna come
Yeah.
over, and I'm gonna
I'm
start.
gonna go over to Lemon and I'm gonna get the package. And I'm just gonna stack it with mine.
Yeah, I probably squished it.
Nice. Hey,
Did you have the
we
eggs?
just have to get it there. It doesn't have to look nice.
I had potatoes, so they're just
okay.
mashed potatoes now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Smashed potatoes, one might say. Smashed redskins.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over to Lemon, and I'm gonna start like poking and prodding, like poking where he got hit on the fence. And I do have a rank in paramedic,
Okay.
so I'm gonna
Ooh.
spend 2 effort out of my 3 that I have to take about 5 minutes and reduce his wound by 1
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
by just poking
Lemon-
really hard and like maybe one of these, you know.
Yeah. What,
just pop it back in, maybe some duct tape.
yeah,
you
it's
know?
actually a lot of popping things back
Yeah.
in because Lemon, even though you like, you're hurting, but you couldn't really tell what was wrong. And then like as he's moving things around, like he kind of like pops a rib back in, and like you stand up
Yeah.
straighter, and you feel something else crack. And yeah, it's a lot of like pseudo chiropractic going on.
I don't think this is time for a deep tissue massage, Bill.
You know, this is how we did in the field, and you know what? We were able to beat out Saddam this way. So you know what? I don't want to hear anything about it. Okay.
Lemon gives a silent samurai in training now, like, which just means when you need it, I'm gonna give you some effort. And thanks.
Namaste.
Melanie is gonna go hide somewhere with what is now her package and Lemon's package.
Okay.
And is gonna keep an eye out because presumably Lemon is making very loud noises when he pokes and prods him.
Gotcha.
Mm.
And the
so
train
she's
wasn't
gonna keep an
really-
eye out for
Yeah, quiet.
It wasn't like a mime train when it went off the track. It was an actual train, and it made a lot of noise. And so if there were other zombies in the area, definitely would have heard that.
Yeah, so she's gonna go hide kind of far away, but still where they'd be in range, and keep an eye out for zombies and pick them off, hopefully before they approach while he's doing his medical care.
Do you want to be on this side of the track, which is essentially the neighborhood side, or the other side is more of like a business area? You've gotten down into kind of the not downtown, but you're almost to downtown, so it's more small businesses and less warehousey than
Where
what
has
you were
a
in.
better place for me to hide while still keeping an eye on the two that are making noises?
You'd probably want to stay on this side then.
And yes,
Okay.
that side.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Hide behind the tetanus dumpster.
The one with all the swords that just point straight up.
Tetanus Dumpster was my nickname in college.
Oh no!
I'm glad
Not
you got to
great.
leave that one behind.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
I'm not sure what your DC was,
Okay.
but it wasn't great on my end.
Okay. What'd you
I
get?
got an 8.
An 8. All right. I mean, you go over and you crouch down.
If
and...
if that fails though, I can regenerate an effort. So that's why I need to know.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, you don't see anything right now that has noticed you.
Okay. Then
So
I've just
Oh, and you've got your bow and arrow out, kind of keep an eye out.
keeping an eye
Okay.
out.
So Chad, Bill's doing some minor chiropractic surgery on Lemon. You don't see Melanie. She was here a moment ago. What would you like to do?
I'm just keeping an eye out. Melanie leaves me behind all the time. I mean, you can never know where she's
all
at.
the way
so
behind.
she uses me as bait.
I was
so,
gonna say,
yeah.
every so often you think you hear the word bait used when she's talking about you, but
Yeah, well, I've seen you get bitten like 5 times and still survive, and I would be dead after 3, so it's fine.
it's because they don't actually pierce, because he just flexes and bounces their teeth back at them.
It's
You just flex real
weird.
hard, they can't bite into you.
Right.
That's not how it works.
But he'll keep an eye out,
Okay.
look around. Is this where those gangs are?
I don't know. Is it where those gangs are?
Those zombie gangs.
I look around
that
for the
snap
Taco
as
Bell
they come
gangs
towards
that he
you.
clearly is talking about. The Taco Bell gangs that come up from the sewers and strike under cover of dark.
Oh no, it was where the rescue. No, it was the animal rescue got overrun.
Or is the Taco Bell trying
No,
to
it's a
get
bunch
into
of
the animal
Chihuahua-
rescue to
it's
get...
all- it's a bunch of Chihuahua zombies. It's a horde of Chihuahua zombies.
Chihuahua, Pomeranian zombies,
It's a
I thought they
Chihuahua
were
gang.
yappy before.
I imagine it's a Crunchwrap Supreme that's a zombie somehow. Crunchwrap
sauce.
Supreme.
It's
Yeah.
the
Nice.
sauce.
It's
for
the
sure.
Wawa
So-
gang. It's the Wawa gang.
So Chad, you
I-
don't see any gangs or anything, but you do notice that down the track from where you came, you do see movement. It's off in the distance. You went a fair ways before this accident or crash happened, but you do know some of those zombies that you had seen in those hordes that were kind of coming up with Gideon. They're fast. They're fast zombies, especially like those crawling kind that shoot the webs and stuff. Those ones are pretty quick. There's some runners also. So yeah, you probably don't have a whole bunch of time to be here. You definitely have like Bill's 5 minutes to help Lemon out. It would take them longer to get here than that. But you don't see any signs of people.
Chad will try to remember what Lemon does and like pick up his swords and just swing them in the air like he's cutting vegetables.
You're gonna flourish them, one might say.
Right?
Yeah,
You do swing them about, but it's more like
Chopping
right,
like Fruit Ninja. Yeah.
right. Fruit Ninja.
He gets done, and all of a sudden his pants are all sliced up. We're not sure.
what pants? I'm wearing shorts.
Right? Or he was wearing pants and now
Was
he's
wearing-
wearing shorts.
Yeah. It's very short shorts, like the 5-inch inseam. Yeah.
Right? Daisy Duke.
Starsky and Hutch style.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Bill, you finish up helping Lemon. Lemon, you do feel surprisingly better. You're still hurting. It's achy as opposed to stabby now.
But as a samurai warrior in training, I can handle the pain now.
Of course you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well
That
said,
scream,
Lemon.
that scream
Well
when
said.
you hit the fence was not you. That was the fence
No.
screaming.
That was now he's Chuck Norris. What?
He likes to think he is.
Right? So, Melanie, where you're hidden, you do hear noises coming from the neighborhood. It sounds like not shuffling, but more intent. Moving about and hiding, kind of like what you were doing. And it's getting closer.
It's getting closer. I can just kind of hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it, and every so often you hear voices, but they're too low for you to make out what they're saying, but you can hear that there are people.
Do zombies talk besides Gideon?
There are some, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna send a text message to Chad.
Okay. Chad.
Looks like a
Or
look.
they said bad.
It's gonna have like the really sick emoji, which is the one that we use for zombies, and the taco emoji, and it's just gonna put and then a question mark emoji, and then shrug.
Might be sick taco eating zombies coming.
It's the Crunchwrap Zompreme. I'm prepared.
It's
Maybe we should go hide at least, or get moving.
There's no way to hide from the zombie supreme, my friend.
There's always a way to hide.
We either
I
gotta
thought I was
run.
good at hiding.
We either gotta run or we gotta make a stand here.
I don't
You know
think
what?
Lemon can
We
run.
still have to get this food where it's going. So
You just get 4 run emojis.
all right, let's move out, boys and girls.
Where are you going, Bill?
I'm gonna just follow along the way the monorail was going. Just
Okay.
that same direction, trying to go to the same place. I'm not gonna go near the monorail because there was a lot of noise there, but I'm gonna just kind of go that same direction.
So are you gonna go parallel with it in the neighborhood, like the residential area, or in the
Yeah, I'm
business area?
No, I'm gonna go in the residential area. I'm going from behind a house, going around the side. I look like my military training is kicking back in. I'm going around. I'm canvassing the area as we move along. Whether or not they are doing the same thing, that's up to them. But yeah, I'm being very tactical.
Okay.
And moving from side to side. Stop every once in a while to, get the mustache okay, and then keep going.
So the three of you, Melanie, Lemon, and Chad, you notice that Bill has gone full on flashback. He's mumbling to himself every so often as he kind of dodges and ducks and rolls up behind things and is being pretty tactical. Are you following Bill?
I'm following, just kind of walking behind him. He ducks down, and I'm
I'm still
looking around.
keeping my distance, and I'm staying hidden the best that I can. So he probably doesn't know that I'm following him, but
Okay.
I'm following
We're going through a residential neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for a house with old 1970s looking curtains, something that an older
Right.
person would live in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You do see a house that has a bunch of precious moment statues in the window. You're pretty much a dead giveaway.
Hey, let's go in there a second. It'll
Okay.
help. It might help Lemon.
Probably. Can I, just because I have it, can I use my, because I've got a few I could use here. When we get inside, I want to use my investigate.
Okay. As you
Yeah.
get up to the door, it is locked. What would you like to do about that?
I'll just use my sword to pick the lock.
I would like to try to use my key ring, my big giant key ring that I have. What it does is it lets me potentially make a an open lock type of check on a place we haven't been to before? Because I might just happen to have the key to it.
You've just been collecting keys throughout the apocalypse, and
Yeah.
all right, yeah, go for
I
it.
took over this block. I had to.
So Lemon's like trying to stuff this much too large sword into the lock, and then you walk up with this ring of keys. You can barely hold the ring of keys. It's, in fact, you have like a ring to hold the ring of keys because you can't just grab it, right? And you start going through it. Why don't you make your check?
Okay. So it doesn't give me a bonus. It just lets me make that roll.
Sure.
Because it wouldn't be something I would normally be able to do. So it's still a D10 unless you are putting a penalty on it. That's a 5.
A 5. You do not have the key to this house in the time that you have gone through. Like, you probably don't have time to go through all of the keys, but you're going through ones that look like they're house keys, and nope, not this one.
And every time too, it's like a.
Chad sighs and just kicks the door.
And about this time, just as Chad kicks the
break a
door, Chad, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay. I'm assuming being strong helps with this.
Yeah, yeah.
We are the best zombie survivalists ever.
I feel sorry for whoever was behind the door because that's a 1.
Nice. It actually doesn't. There's like a pretty thick deadbolt on it, and so it doesn't kick the deadbolt open. It kicks the hinges off, and it just like flips around and goes like flying down the entry hallway.
Nice.
And right after that, you hear, "What in the hell are you all doing?"
Surviving.
And this is from behind you in the yard.
Oh,
well, I didn't come up to the house. Did
Okay.
I see this person? Because
Sure.
I was staying hidden.
You would have
On the
seen these
outskirts.
people then as a Taco Bell posse has come up on your group of runners.
I turn around and point my shotgun at them. Back the fuck off, Taco Bell slug.
I'm staying hidden because I still kind of want to be hired by Taco Bell.
Okay.
I flourish my blades naturally.
All right.
That-
Are you trying to intimidate with them?
Yep.
Can I tag team with him because I'm pointing a gun and yelling? Is there a way I could do that?
You could use an effort to
Okay.
give him an extra die.
Please.
I have 2 effort right
Please.
now because I gained 1 back from failing that roll for the unlocking.
Well,
right?
it takes 2 effort to help.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to spend both of my efforts. Now I have 0 effort to aid him then.
Okay.
2. Thank you so much.
Nice.
The first roll was a 7.
Ooh,
Whoa.
there's that 2 you needed from
Whoa.
before.
Wait, just hang on
Yes.
there. You fruit ninja or whatever you are. You brightly colored blueberry with swords. I'm just wondering what you fellas did to the monorail.
Hey.
It was standing last time we were here. We were gonna go ride it. And now you're over here and it all went to shit.
Listen here, runs for a quarter. Nobody calls him Fruit Ninja but me, all right?
Well, I mean, he's bright blue. And he kind of dressed like a ninja. He's got swords.
All right, what do you
And I've
want?
got my green scarf, which isn't yellow, so that's still not.
I
It's
was just
lime.
seeing
It's
what
still
you-
great, though.
I was just seeing what you did to the monorail, but you fellas seem to be having your own issues. We're just gonna go this way.
You might want to watch out for those zombies. They took it down.
Gideon.
Did you say Gideon?
Yeah.
That's
No,
right.
I didn't.
No,
Yeah,
not
Gideon,
you.
yeah.
You. Thank
Yeah.
you for
Yes,
the heads
Fruit
up.
Ninja did say Gideon.
Right. Thank
Who's
you.
that?
Thank you for the heads up. I appreciate it. We're gonna avoid Gideon.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. And
That'll be $2.
but you still use money? And he kind of looks at Bill, shakes his head.
You heard him. Empty out your pockets. I got 2 barrels for you.
He grins and puts his hands in his pockets and pulls him inside out. And he says, "Kiss the rabbit between the ears."
I don't know what that means.
Another time in another place that might be remotely funny, but not now.
He has nothing in his
Chad
pockets. Chad laughs.
Oh, I think I do get it. Okay, never mind.
The three of them just kind of shake their heads and start heading off. Melanie, through all of this, what have you been doing?
Oh, just staying hidden.
Okay.
I don't want to be associated.
In the
I
distance,
don't
you
want to
can
I have an
hear.
application in right now, okay?
Okay. In the distance, you
don't
can
wanna ruin my
hear the
chances.
growing sound of the zombie horde approaching. It's still a ways in the distance, but it's from where you were sitting. You can hear it along with their conversation. So it's getting
Chad
closer.
just gets some more run emojis.
We got to move soon, but Chad will go in the house and look for a wheelchair.
Okay.
Thinking, maybe there was this older couple might have had a wheelchair before they died.
Okay. And Bill and Lemon, what are you up to?
I'm gonna stand guard.
I'm gonna help search because I have.
Oh, you want to do
no, that's
investigate?
extracting information. Yeah.
I'll give you an investigate
Yeah.
roll inside.
Okay. 4.
4. You find a walker. It has like tennis balls on the back. So the front has like the little wheels, and the back has the tennis balls. So you could kind of slide your way along instead of walking, but no wheelchair.
Engraved in it is Texas Ranger.
Oh, is it one of the ones that has a built-in seat so like Chad could lift it and roll it while he's sitting on the chair?
No, but there is one of those like canes that has like the extra legs that pop out, and it has the flip down seat. It's really bulky and awkward, and I don't know why anyone would actually use those, but you don't find any sign of the people either. It's like they weren't home when this all went down. There are actually no one seems to have even looted this house. There are like cans of food in here and really stale boxes of cereal.
Because they're not from
Do
Hello
they have,
Fresh.
Yeah. Do they have Oreo O's?
Oreo O's.
Oh, those are so
Roll any die.
Investigate D8.
good. Nice.
6.
No. They have Special K
Mm.
and
Grape
Cheerios.
nuts.
Is it like strawberry
The answer
Special
was
K?
we were
No.
looking for a nat 20
Right.
to get
gonna
Oreos.
Right.
I'm gonna switch to my lemon dice now.
There you go. You weren't using your lemon dice the whole time? No wonder.
No, well, I wanted to use my newer dice,
Mhm.
but they were like too good. They've been rolling pretty high. Normally that'd be great.
Right.
Right now, not so much.
Not so much in this
So-
game.
Nope.
All
You have
right.
to unwind your dice.
So while Chad and Lemon are looking around inside, Bill, you're kind of hanging out front and keeping an eye out. You can hear that zombie horde getting closer, and every so often you feel like you can see a shadow kind of skitter over a roof that's a couple streets away. Reminds you of those kind of spidery zombies. Sorry, those Spider-Man-ery zombies.
Don't want that Spider-Man around here. Don't trust him. He's a menace to society. Let's, I'm gonna just go to the door. All right, everybody, let's get ready to go.
Melanie's already started moving further away from the horde,
Okay.
but keeping them in range of her bow.
Which way are you going, Melanie? Are you going towards are you gonna go...
The direction that we were heading, the direction that I think Bill is going to keep moving,
Okay. All right, cool.
which is parallel with the tracks, I think.
All right, so you essentially go down and you find a side street and start heading parallel with the tracks. Chad and Lemon.
Yeah, I'll exit out, go through the garage in case they got a wheelbarrow.
They do have a wheelbarrow. It's one of those that has
Alright.
the plastic grippy handles too, and it's a fairly wide drum. Is that what they're called? The
Yeah.
that part itself, and it's like big plastic, really hardcore. Somebody was like
Is
a
it?
big gardener.
Nice.
Chad will look at Lemon, point at the wheelbarrow.
I got it. Yeah, Lemon will jump in.
He's like,
I think
yeah.
no, Lemon. At first, Lemon will grab the handles, like, I got it. I can take you. Before realizing, like, oh, it's for me with my leg. Oh, I mean, if you insist.
Have you guys seen
And then
Melody?
jumps in.
I haven't seen her around. Did we lose Melody? Was she inside with you guys, or?
No, she's still running.
Okay, good. We need a scout in a time like this. Let's go, though. Let's go. Let's move on out this way.
Why don't
And I'm
you
gonna pick up the point.
leave those their ingredients with you or on the ground before you head out? And as you look,
So the Taco
there's-
Bell people
there's
still?
the Taco Bell people have come back and they're all aiming pistols at you. One of them has like a little 6-shooter. The other two are like Glock style.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Guess what,
The
kiddo?
sword, the samurai sword is faster than a gun.
Mine's bigger.
Well, cause I've been keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Can I like shoot one of the like the front guy? Can I shoot the pistol out of his hand?
Well, so you ran off,
Ooh.
and because you were going the
Well,
way
I said
that
I wanted to keep them. I wanted to keep them in.
Right.
I specifically said that I wanted to keep them within range of
you did.
my bow.
But the direction that Bill was going is not the direction that they came from, which is why I asked which direction you were going.
Oh.
No, I know. I meant I didn't see them before the confrontation, but now with the confrontation, I wanted to just shoot the one that's
Being
Pointing at
confrontational.
yeah. Shoot
You'll
the
definitely
hand.
hear this, and you can come back and shoot them.
So you're saying I can't see the front yard because I wouldn't have left visual of the front yard.
Okay.
That's what I meant when I said I would keep them in range because I wanted to still be able to see them.
Yeah. So imagine you're on the street, and over
Yeah.
here, here's the house. You went over here.
Uh-huh.
They were over here, and here's the house. And so they came from over here, and you were over here. And I'll give you
So is this not happening in the
after-
front yard?
What's that?
Okay, that's fine.
There's not a what in the front yard?
I thought he came out the same way that they went in, so that's where I was keeping an eye on. But if that's not the case,
Yeah,
then it's
they
fine.
were off over out of your line of sight. But you will see them in a moment. After Bill was about to do something,
I don't think so.
you raised
If I
your
did, it was-
gun and said
Oh,
something.
I'm just looking at him, and mine's bigger. I'm just
Gotcha.
We're having a Mexican standoff, pun intended, because it's Taco Bell food.
Oh,
So,
well, yeah, but it's not really Mexican now, is it?
That's true. That's true. But you know what? We got to get the jokes where they come. They land where they do.
Right.
It's like dice rolling.
Yeah.
I'll give
Sometimes
you that
don't
one,
get-
yeah.
You don't get the full one that you want, but you get
So,
something.
Melanie, Bill's voice rings out, and that's what makes you realize that these fellows have returned. You may take your shot now.
He's all of a sudden on the roof. What?
Chad whispers
Oh,
down
that's
to
a
Lemon.
5 to
A
hit
5.
like the pistol out of their hand.
Okay. You don't hit the pistol out of the guy's hand. Are you shooting the main guy that was talking, or one of his lackeys?
I mean, whichever one I felt like was the most dangerous is probably the one that I shot at.
Okay. So Bill, you're having your Mexican standoff, and suddenly the guy gets knocked off his feet as an arrow just goes into him. Like, you were shooting at him, you definitely hit him. You just didn't hit like his gun. He's not dead, but
Still
he's like
effective.
laying on the ground. He's like, oh, what the hell? And he starts screaming. And the other two are like, what do we do? What do you do, Bill?
You get your nasty double-decker out of here. Grab him and carry his ass. You know what? Get out of the wheelbarrow. Throw his ass in that thing. Get on out of here. We don't want you guys here.
Hey, this is my wheelbarrow.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Good point. Hey, beat it. Run back out wherever you came from. Take those little sissy guns with you.
Without even questioning it, they both grab him, one under each armpit, and start like hustling off. They go back the way you saw them go earlier, and they kind of glance down in the direction you came from down the monorail, and you can hear that the zombie horde is getting closer. Chad and Lemon come out of the garage. Melanie, you can see this happens, and they start like heading in your direction. Bill follows.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in behind them, and you guys can tell that like I'm being stoic and I'm being in the moment. But like, anytime you're in a confrontation in the tide of war, you know, there's always that moment after where you're a little like, so like in the eyes, I'm a little like, but
Crazy.
I'm fine. You know, just
Melanie's hiding again.
is everybody okay? Is everybody good?
Bill,
she like
after-
shot it, saw what happened, and just
Right.
went and hid.
Bill, after the guy has the arrow erupt out of his chest, you glance over and see Melanie stand there, the string of her bow still quivering. You look over, you look back, and she's just gone.
That's our best girl right there.
That
Chad's just
melody.
kind of running down the middle of the street
Melody.
with the wheelbarrow going side to side with Lemon in it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
really
like
hope
running.
they
I'm running
didn't
behind
see
them with the
me.
shotgun, looking back and forth.
I
Okay.
really hope Taco Bell didn't see me. I really want to get hired.
Raven points out that Melanie is the true ninja of the group.
Raven, you're not wrong.
Nope.
All right.
All right, so the four of you managed to make your way through this neighborhood. It seems like the larger group of zombies seems to be falling behind you. Every so often you do feel like you hear some skittering, something. It seems like a lot of the zombies that you would have expected to run into maybe had been gathered in this horde that Gideon maybe led over there. But as you
I bet they're eating those Taco Bell people by now.
I bet
They couldn't
Gideon
get the
made
runs.
order.
Yeah, they are.
Have you ever smelled zombie runs? It's terrible.
Oh,
Terrible.
no.
So Bill, as your group steps out into this new area, you can see the high rise ahead of you. There are several like not demolished, but much like worse off high rises, kind of between the one that you're heading towards and yourself. You do hear a noise. I'm going to have each of you roll a d10 and tell me what you get.
5.
Okay?
Not good.
Melanie?
9.
9?
4.
Okay. Chad?
9.
9. Lemon. Or rather, Mika. Before the game, I mentioned that you might have the chance to have a zombie of your own creation show up during the game. This is your moment, Mika. What is it that comes crawling out of a nearby building or the sewer? Or you tell me what happens.
It's a Venus flytrap zombie.
Okay.
So you see these vines crawl out of the ground, and you see this giant. It's very. Feed me, Seymour. Little Shop of Horrors. There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
And you see it's just like. It's a human flytrap, and you see pieces of zombie falling out of its mouth. It doesn't discriminate. Living, dead, it's gonna eat you.
That's right.
And you see it's got like multiple heads, flytrap heads, and it's got Is there a content warning for? I guess this isn't body horror technically.
Yeah, you're fine.
Plant horror.
Yeah, horror.
I guess content warning, body horror. It's got eyes everywhere. It's a little mouth claws just dripping with blood and ichor
Nice.
and
nice.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Ugh, that was the worst part. Now
That's
you're
what put it over the line.
now
Yeah.
you're getting into content warning.
And it says, "Feed me, hello flesh."
and
Love
I say, everyone roll your reaction.
Oh snap!
It's initiative.
Because this is so for sagas, there is a reaction roll when you're going into your initiative.
Okay.
So
Semi
D10.
slow.
Uh,
6.
you should have a reaction die.
D10 unless
Ooh.
you have.
Should be a D10 if you don't have anything that tells you anything else.
Groovy.
Ooh.
So I
It's a
think just
10.
Melanie has one, right?
Melanie,
Has a
what
die?
did you
I do.
get?
I got a 3.
Okay, Melanie with a 3. Bill got a
4.
4. Lemon.
10.
Lemon with the 10.
Oh, lemon.
And
My
Chad,
lemon dice are not doing
loving
good.
you.
Chad's a 6.
Chad with the 6. All right. Now,
You're a 10 to me, Chad.
but bump. All right, so Mika, I'm gonna take your creation now and kind of run with it, and
love it.
and we'll go from there. It is going to go on in 5. We're gonna call it. Is it Audrey or Aubrey? Audrey.
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 Yeah.
Audrey the
This would be the
third.
4th. Well, this is the 4th, right?
Oh, I thought there were only 2.
I thought was it 3rd?
Yeah, and the musical and also the movie. There's Audrey, which is the female character in the movie, and then there's the Audrey 2 is the plant.
Right.
Yeah.
So this will be
So this
Audrey
would be-
3.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
going on a 5. So Melanie, this thing pulls itself out. You walk into this area, you see this quaint little flower shop. You notice that time has allowed a lot of the plants that are growing to just kind of continue growing, and you feel fairly like happy about it because you don't see any. You've definitely seen zombie plants before. You don't see anything like that here. And then, like out of the back door or whatever, pulling itself out, comes this gigantic Venus flytrap creature. What do you do?
So is this Venus flytrap creature in the same zone as us?
It is technically, it is not in melee, but it's the next zone out.
Okay.
So you could shoot
Alright,
it.
so then yeah, I'm gonna use my move action first to get so that I'm far away from
Farther
it and
away,
not
sure.
And I can my move, I have an ability that lets me go 2 zones, so I can get to far away instead
Nice.
of just near or close or whatever. Because near there's like melee and then there's like near, close, and far. So I can get all the way to far
Right.
away.
I feel like you maybe designed this character with some kind of theme.
Maybe. I don't know. It's entirely possible that I did this.
Are you our pink ranger?
So she's just gonna full on like sprint, because that's what my ability is, on her rollerblades, and then do a little like 180 spin and just shoot it.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I don't think that hits. That's a 7.
A 7 will miss. Even though it is fairly large, a lot of it is like tendrils and moving around, and it actually comes close, but it bats away your arrow.
Fully regenerated by effort.
Nice. So next is Bill. Bill, you notice that Melanie is gone again. You're not really looking in the direction that she went, but she's definitely not next to you like she was. What do you do? Bill?
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here. I'm looking at Jason like. Oh, that's right. I'm
Come
Bill.
on,
Sorry.
Bill.
I said Bill. I heard Chad. I don't know why. Sorry.
Chad is rubbing off on Bill.
That's it. Wait, what are we doing?
Does anyone see the
um,
flowers over here? Aren't they pretty?
Yeah, right. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to step in front of my guys with the wheelbarrow, and I'm going to rack the shotgun, and I'm going to fire at that plant. I'm going to just try to shoot it. So again, I have sharpshooter, so I can shoot further than normal, so I'm not going to get super close to it.
Okay.
I can shoot like up to far or whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're definitely within range.
Yeah, so that's still doesn't give me a bonus die or anything, but if I do hit it and I do damage to it, it could potentially get killed. We'll see. That's a 10 to hit. Oh no, that's my percentile, so that's a 1. Wait a second.
A 1. Yeah. Excellent. Remind me, do you do anything extra on a critical success?
1 extra damage.
One extra damage. Does an extra damage.
Yeah.
All right.
2 damage, basically.
A large chunk. It was like one of those eyes looks over at you, and it's just so unnerving. You just aim at it and take a shot, and it just like pops, and like bits of bleh just go everywhere. It is still up, and your ability does not take it out. It is not down to 1 hit point. That brings us to Audrey III's turn. Vines like whip out and grab like the fence post that's nearby and the fire hydrant, and it just pulls itself forward, and you can hear the scraping of this large clay pot that it's dragging behind itself. And one of those vines is going to whip out and try and grab Bill, because Bill is the closest.
Sure.
So Bill, you're gonna need to roll a defense.
Okay. Almost took something that helped with that, but I didn't. So just a D10.
So roll a D10. You need a 4 or better.
1.
Nice.
Singular sensation.
You just dodge out of the way. You see it coming as this like ropey vine flits past you. You notice there are thorns growing out of it too. Probably would have hurt to get wrapped about you. That is its turn. So that brings us to Chad. You see this all happening. What do you do?
You ready to cut it, Lemon?
What was that?
You ready to cut it?
I'm ready.
All right, Chad, knowing that, blades are the natural enemies of plants, gonna do a combo for Lucky Lemon. So I'm gonna spend 2 effort, which doesn't take an action. So he's gonna start charging forward with the wheelbarrow, and he's gonna do a fast wheelbarrow special. He's just gonna toss the wheelbarrow up at the end, throwing Lemon at it with his blades. And as Lemon's flying through the air at it, he's gonna try to distract it and hit it with his baseball bat.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so the two of you go running forward, or Chad is running forward. Lemon, you're like getting ready for this. He flips it up. You go sailing. Lemon, because this is part of a combo, you're making the attack with it.
So the combo I technically are doing on his turn because it doesn't take an action.
Right.
It's just me moving him up there and throwing him as I go to.
But
to
I'm assuming your action, Lemon, is going to be attack instead of just fly into it. Okay. So both of you roll your attacks, because Chad was hitting it with the baseball bat, and you're going to attack it with your natural enemy of plants.
Yes. Do I? Okay, since you're spending effort on me, is that advantage?
Nice. No. If you hit,
that's help. Combo gives you an extra damage.
Yeah, you'll do an extra damage.
Yep.
So okay, help gives extra damage.
No, combo gives extra damage. Help gives an extra.
So if you hit, you'll do extra damage.
Okay. All right, Lemon dice, do me good. Am I rolling a D10? Yeah, D10.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
10.
I'm gonna spend some effort. I can spend effort on myself for a reroll, right?
Can.
I'm gonna spend
3.
3 effort?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
For yourself? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 1.
Nice. Totally
Wow.
worth it.
3 damage.
Well
All right.
spent.
So 3 damage.
So,
Yeah.
Chad,
Worth it.
does your do you have any kind of bonus to your damage?
No, I'd just be 1 damage.
Okay. So, as you do this, you flip it forward and you notice that incoming is one of those extra heads. You swing your bat and it smashes and just kind of breaks apart. And you look up and Lemon is gone. And you notice that the main head is just like closed and kind of like swaying there. And then out of the back of the head bursts Lemon, like covered in gore, swinging the sword, still moving with the momentum that you threw him. And then he lands on his feet, surprisingly. Flourishing.
Yeah.
And the Audrey head kind of shakes and then collapses to the ground. Good job.
Hell yeah.
Nice
Seeing that
damage.
adrenaline.
Send more! Send more!
I don't even notice the pain in my leg. I feel like my leg's probably broken at this point.
Melody's still running.
You'll feel it.
Okay. So you feel like it is no, like the tendrils stop moving, it is dead. What would you like to do?
I would like to make a bad joke. He wasn't flourishing, he was flourishing.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
We're here all night, folks.
Right?
Don't
Or
forget
at
to tip your
least for the
waitress.
next 25 minutes.
Tip your wait staff.
Wait staff indeed. Yeah.
Tip
Make
your
sure they get
Hello
what they need.
Fresh. I had to think about it again. Tip your Hello Fresh runners.
I'll go get the wheelbarrow that I threw him out of. And all right, let's go, guy. Nice job.
Oh yeah.
Good teamwork. Good. And then he
Melanie
collapses
has
into
found
the
another
wheelbarrow.
place to hide.
Chad, Lucky Lemon, great job, guys. Great job.
I just have this like imagining that, at least to start with, Chad's like wheeling Lemon down and Lemon's just standing
Right.
in the wheelbarrow, like. And then the adrenaline wears off, and you're like, okay, sit back down.
Yeah. Like my leg's just bleeding even more.
Right? Chad's just like wiping it out of his eyes as it's just spraying him. Anyway, okay, so as you continue on, you see the building, your destination is getting almost within reach. Nasty. You are definitely tired, you're a little battered, your goods have definitely taken a bit of a beating as everything's been kind of smooshed around by things. Fortunately, Melanie...
I have half of it.
That's what I said. Fortunately, Melanie's carrying like half of it, but the rest of you have been like kind of moving around and stuff. So as you get to the end, the zombie horde is left far behind you. Even the Spider-Man zombies seem to have been lost. But as you turn this down to go down the street, at the end of which is this high rise, you notice that there are barrels that are burning trash, which isn't an unusual thing necessarily, but in the center of this strange conflagration that's down there is Gideon. And he's
Of course.
waiting
I
there
hide.
between you and your destination. And he looks annoyed, like he didn't expect you to survive this long.
Is he wearing a Taco Bell deliverer's uniform?
I don't know, is he?
I mean, he's got to be, right? I mean, he sent those guys after us, didn't he?
Right? He actually has like a pin on that says owner.
He owns that branch.
Right,
Yeah.
franchise owner.
Oh shit!
And he says,
From one franchise owner to another, and I like break the shotgun in half, and I pull out the 2 spent shotgun shells, and I reload it.
okay.
Oh,
He
I thought you
says-
meant you just like destroy your shotgun. I'm like, why would you
Yeah.
do that?
He's like, fuck
Over-
this.
Just snap it over my knee.
Yeah, I was so confused.
So
Yeah, I heard break it too, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah.
he's like,
No,
I
like,
was
I
looking
open
to
it, reload it.
expand. I wanted to do more health food. But you and your pesky, meddling runners, you just need to die already.
I don't
Yep.
want to.
That's free
So
without
let's-
gratuity.
Let's roll reaction.
Oh snap!
D10. Yeah.
D10.
Okay.
baby. Here we go.
Oh,
That
Okay.
sounds great, Chad. Let's start with you.
10.
Nice. Bill,
I wish I had incendiary rounds. That would be awesome.
right?
I got a 5.
Okay. Melanie.
I also got a 5, but I have a question.
Sure.
I hid. Am I hidden right now?
Yeah, I feel like you said you were kind of like hiding along the way.
Yeah, I also said when we saw Gideon, I hide.
Oh,
she-
sure.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll first?
A
Tell me
stealth?
who's going to go first, Melanie or Bill.
I think she would for sure.
Okay, and then go ahead and roll a stealth for me, Melanie.
That's a 4.
Okay, yeah, you feel pretty well hidden. You never see Gideon glance at you. And Lemon,
4.
4. What?
Love it. Love it. And Gideon goes on a 10.
Plan, guys. Got a full plan. It's not helpful.
Is that a plan for a fool?
Nope.
Are we texting each other the plan?
It's all feed again.
Right. All right. Lemon,
Oh,
You-
don't make me go.
the adrenaline's still buzzing at the ends of your nerves. You're not quite out of that zone yet. You've been enjoying the ride down here. You're feeling somewhat refreshed, not having to walk. This guy might have just pushed things a little too far. What would you like to do?
So I'm gonna attack him with my two blades.
Okay. You gonna get out of the wheelbarrow, run up and attack him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That adrenaline. So that would be a D10. Yeah.
And I'm gonna have you roll that D10 twice and take the
Ooh.
higher.
Ooh.
Oh, take that. So disadvantage.
Yes, correct.
So advance.
Oh,
Oh, I was really excited for a second.
the higher. I was swearing on this. Can I swear?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. God fucking damn it. 10.
Okay. And what was your other roll?
2.
2. So you run forward, you're feeling really good about this, and then as you get there and you're almost ready to pierce through Gideon's hide, you notice all of those arms and bits that are making up his lower body spring out, almost like those lizards that have the fronds that come out, and they spring out and grab you and deflect your blow. You
Very
aren't
unslay of him.
You are unslayed, dude. Definitely not. You are not grappled. You can still move around, but it managed to deflect your hit.
Gross.
Melanie.
Okay. Melanie is going to come. Melanie is going to move, and since she has sprint, she gets to move 2 zones. And basically, my plan is for Melanie. She is basically trying to skirt around, staying hidden, and get past Gideon
Okay.
so that she can deliver at least half the order.
Okay. Why don't we do a stealth check
Good for you.
to remain hidden
Yeah.
as you're moving through?
Yeah,
there's-
because you can't. I can do a movement and I can do a check. So
Okay.
I can do.
Perfect.
I can do both. A 4.
Nice. He doesn't turn to look at you. And unlike that
So-
Audrey plant thing, he only has 2 eyes. So you feel like you are hidden from him for sure.
Yeah, so
Um,
I'm just like skirting the outsides, but I get to move really fast, so I get to move 2 zones instead of 1.
Yeah, it's actually
Just try and
slightly
get past them.
downhill, which helps on your rollerblades, make
With
you
my
just go that
rollerblades?
right. Perfect. You're not quite to the delivery door yet, but you are getting close. Bill,
Alrighty. So now I knew it was me this time. Bill takes a look and he gets real serious, and then he sees Melanie moving, and he says, "Good job, Melanie." And he shrugs his backpack off.
Name correctly?
Yeah, he shrugs the backpack off, and then he's going to reach into it real quick. He's going to start pulling out some stuff. He pulls out like an orange and like some sort of little container. Not sure what it is. And he really
he doesn't
quickly,
know.
I haven't used this talent, so I'm going to try to do explosives crafting. I'm going to try to make some makeshift like napalm all of a sudden with these random goodies out of this bag order. Just try to mix them together. So it's like,
Okay.
let's say it's maybe an orange and some like ammonia and redacted here so that people at home don't actually make whatever I'm about to say. Blah, blah, blah. And then, yes, I'm going to try to do that. Could we say I have the right stuff to make it? Or because what would normally happen would be I would roll to craft common explosives. I need to roll a difficulty 6 check. If I do not have the right tools or ingredients, I have to use a D12.
So roll
supposed to be
roll the first one. It's funny because you're the one who really kind of puts together all of these things, and there's something in your
Well, I was
mind that
hoping
you've
I had.
always just built your menu based off of what you could build explosives with.
So the first roll to see if I have the right stuff. The first roll to see if I have the right stuff is a 7, so that's probably not going to do it, unfortunately.
You do not. Yeah, you start pulling things out, and you realize the other stuff you need is in Melanie's backpack.
That's fine. So what I'll do is I'll just look to the boys and I'll say, "Get the order where it belongs." And I, Jeremy, I'm going to enter into a last stand with Gideon.
Well, you have to be at 0 hit points to enter into the
Okay,
last stand.
I will shoot myself in the leg to get. I'm joking. Just joking.
No, you do you. You do you.
I thought you could just do a last stand. That's okay. I'll
No, that's only when you go to 0 hit points. You either
Okay,
decide
okay,
last
okay.
stand or to try.
I
and...
like your
survive.
dedication to your company, but you still have hit points, man.
yeah, I got like
What
4
can I
hit
do with
points.
one effort?
Right.
I spent all my
can I
effort
use
to
that
just start
one effort?
burning up from the inside.
Right. I just
But you
run out of minutes to
failed.
load. I did fail, so I'm back to my max of 3
No,
effort.
I meant also Mika failed. When
Oh,
you
yeah.
fail a check, you regenerate effort. So
Oh,
you should
heck
be
yeah.
at 2
That's true.
now.
So I've got 2 efforts, so I can spend both of those to assist you.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, you can.
So I am assisting you.
Oh snap.
So you can reroll the die.
Yeah.
Oh,
So really, it's just the nod.
he pulls out that missing ingredient and he throws it.
So you have to re-roll your die
Okay.
and tell me what you get.
3.
As so you're sitting there,
Yeah.
you're looking in, you look up at Melanie as she's disappearing, and you're like, "Ah, it's in there." And then you look at Lemon, and you're thinking about the backpacks, and you glance over at Chad, and Chad's backpack is slightly open, and there's like that ingredient you need is hanging partly out, and you just
Nice.
grab it and smoosh it all together.
Yeah.
And you're gonna chuck it at him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw it. It's like a little makeshift, like gross, like little orange
Yeah.
redacted bomb thing.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll D10
I love
to try to hit him
redacted.
with it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, D10.
1.
Oh my gosh. So Lemon, you're standing there and like you see this all happen, and you kind of like had gestured that Chad had the missing ingredient, and you see this like goopy orange fly through the air, and you get out of the way as it splatters into Gideon's face, and it kind of sticks there, and he like reaches up and like wipes it away, and he's like, "What the actual fuck?" And then his eyes go wide, and you can smell his skin begin to like bubble and boil and like the chemical burn is just spreading everywhere that the juice touched him, and he begins screeching and like rears up, lets go of your sword, is like reeling around. What? No, Chad still gets to go. Sorry. Chad, what do you do?
Chad's standing there with almost like a constipated look on his face, thinking back of 9 years of community college Spanish. And the only thing he can remember is, yo no quiero Taco Bell. And he charges forward with his baseball bat,
Okay.
trying to smash this thing that's distracted by the burning.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to ask, Bill, what damage does that do?
For the explosives?
Yeah, for your...
That's a great question.
Okay, we're going to call it 2.
Okay.
Well, remember the
Should
one
be
for the
2
crit.
because you rolled a critical.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it would be, yeah, it would be 2.
Because you
anyway,
start
so.
with 1 for most of your stuff, so we're going to call it 2.
Cool. 2 then.
And then you're going to take a swing at it with the baseball bat?
Yep, let's add 2 more. Unless I need to reroll.
You do not need to reroll, as it appears it can only do this once per turn.
Okay. My luck is turning because I've got a 1 as well.
Nice. So you smash into it. You notice like some of those arms break off with this sickening cracking noise. Some goop begins to leak out.
No quiero. No quiero.
He's still grabbing his face, and you notice that like his fingers have started to melt and drip off. Lemon, what do you do?
Now that my blade is free, I'm gonna like jabby jab slashy slash.
Okay. You're gonna have... I'm gonna say you have advantage on this. Technically, Chad would have 2, but you rolled a 1 anyway, so...
Can I set him up? Can I maybe like, I don't know, like lean down so he can run up my back and like do some cool ninja?
Oh, like a
flip or
combo?
something? Yeah, maybe because
Yeah.
I have my max effort still.
Sure.
Maximum effort. I don't.
What's your... How much effort do you have? Do you have 3?
I have 3. Yeah, I have 3 because
Yeah.
I failed the 1 roll.
Both of those were 5.
5s. That is exactly what you needed.
Yes.
You would do normally 1 damage, but
But he got an extra for the combo.
with the combo, you get an extra 1.
Oh.
So how do you do
Yes.
this?
Oh yeah, buddy.
I'm trying to think.
What a moment.
Yeah. It's something sour. That's what he says because he can't think of anything cool. It's like something sour because I'm lemon. And then he runs off the back and gets blades and just and severs his head.
Yes.
Nice. And as his head hits the ground, the chemicals that have been eating through it have softened it so much that it just like a ripe melon explodes. All of the arms that have been flailing around begin to drop off, separating from his large snake-like body, and then he just crashes to the ground. Melanie, you ring the bell. Inside, the people come to the door and open. Oh, we're so glad you're here. Is this everything?
Well, it's half of it. The other half is kind of smushed a little bit. It should be coming.
Oh,
This is the good half.
well, I appreciate that. We'll make sure to leave a good review for, you making sure you delivered this part. I'm glad Yelp is still a thing, aren't you?
Sure, it's fine. Just remember, it's all Bill's fault.
No, I think maybe the 3 of us come up behind while she's trying to stammer through this, and we've got Bill's got the shotgun, backpack in one hand. Yeah, there's goo on him. Chad's covered in goo. Lemon's really covered in goo.
Lemon's still trying to think of what his cool phrase should have been.
Right.
It's like, life gave you a sour lemon? Was that?
Should I?
And with thanks and gratitude, they take your delivery. They give you back the recycles and all of the textiles and things that you need to continue your business. Heading home is a matter of dodging the now kind of surprisingly they don't seem to really have much of a focus of a direction. The hordes have separated and gone their own ways. You get home much easier. Is there anything? What's that?
How about get lemonaded, bro?
Oh, damn it. That's
I
good.
eliminated
That's good.
you.
Okay, will we tell the story to all the other groups? That's what I said. Okay?
Absolutely, that's what you said. I heard
It's
it.
not.
What I said.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
You know what,
Oh,
Melanie?
man, Taco Bell.
I've done a lot of soul
What?
searching on this journey, and I gotta be honest. And Bill's gonna actually undo his tie. He's gonna loop it over her head. You're in charge now, Melanie. This is the last ride for old Bill, Big Bill.
Did I get a pay raise?
Absolutely. You all do.
We get paid?
Oh.
Wait, you
Yeah.
get paid?
20% more than
I mean,
zero.
money, remember, money isn't really a thing. Did we learn from the
I don't
Taco
get
Bell
paid.
employees?
I don't get paid in money.
There's that YMCA we can take over now that Steve's gone, sadly.
Yes.
Oh.
I was going to point out to Melanie
go.
that
Sounds
Taco
like an
Bell
awful
needs a new
idea.
CEO, but if
Oh,
Yes.
take the tie back off. I don't want your
Right.
tie.
take your fresh food,
No.
eat it,
Melanie combines.
right?
Oh,
Both of
hello
them.
fresh, hello fresh Bell.
Hello, Taco
Taco Bell.
Fresh.
Gross.
Awesome.
Taco Hell. Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Fresh.
thank you all for playing
hell.
this.
Thank you. What a
Welcome
fun
to my
group.
fresh shop. I think Sagas is awesome. I definitely want to play around with this some more, but I highly recommend going and checking out the Kickstarter that is currently live. I think they're halfway through, something like that. See if you want to maybe pick up a PDF or a printed. Actually, I'm not sure they have printed copies for this. I think it's all electronic. I will have to double check that. I should find out before I say things on the air. Anything that you all want to throw out there about the game, being zombie bait?
It was fun. I had a blast with it.
yeah. It was feast or famine for me. I was either max or really low,
Right.
but that was just more the dice. But it's a good system. Like I said, when we were talking, I want to say encumbrance, but that's not what it was. It was actually your size.
Capacity.
Oh yeah,
Capacity.
capacity's a little weird when you're using maps and stuff, for sure.
Well, the capacity rules are just a little weird, but the rest of the system is pretty simple, straightforward. I think it's very easy to create new things for it. I
Yeah.
mean, mostly it's just like a dice increase or decrease, technically.
Yeah.
Well, then there was a whole other subset of rules we didn't use. You can get like superpowers and like magic and
Yeah.
like all kinds of cool, like weird, like you want to make fantasy characters, you want to make superheroes, you want to make people in space, you want to, you can literally do anything with this system. So that was kind of fun. I mean, we just did it as street level delivery people, but you
Yeah.
can do whatever you want with it. can
You
play-
want to make Hello
anything.
Flesh delivery in space?
Yeah.
You can do it.
It's fun.
Awesome. Why don't we do a round of outros? Let's start the other direction. Mika, tell us about yourself.
Oh, hey, I'm Mika. I do things.
Yay.
Like co-create Roll D5. You can catch me on there fairly often, either GMing or just playing. You can also catch me here a few more times tomorrow. I'll be playing Shadow Dark. next month, Monster Hearts.
Mhm.
Now, Roll D5, next Wednesday, I'll be doing Triangle Agency, which
Nice.
I fucking love Triangle Agency. It'll be the sixth game on Roll D5.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, it's our new
Out of my
monthly game.
calendar, here we
That's
go.
awesome.
Yeah, like we don't do like campaigns. So what we do for Triangle Agency, because it's an agency, we just bring people in and out because so many people are interested in
Yeah.
Triangle Agency. And so this is my plug. I'm not like an official person in Triangle Agency. I just really love this game.
Nice.
Check it out.
Excellent. Excellent.
Plug away.
Jason, why don't you go next?
Yeah, I'm not anything cool like that. I just like to play some games and have some fun. So
That
you can
also
catch me
sounds
here
cool.
on occasion. Looking
You're
forward
cool
to
to
playing
us,
a
Jason.
Magical Girl with Cameron's game coming up.
Ooh.
That should be interesting.
Nice.
And that'll be a lot of fun for sure.
Nice.
Hopefully, I can get some more fun games here and there and everywhere.
Absolutely. Awesome. Evan, speaking of,
Speaking of, I'm Kevin. I can be found online at the socials at KevRan Games. And this is a blast always to sit down and to meet new friends. Mika, it was great to meet you and to play with you. I can't wait to do it again
Yeah, you
in the
too.
future with some other stuff we have going on. And of course, Carly, Jason, thank you. Jeremy, thank you so much for introducing us to a new game. It's one of the things we like to do here at Wanderer's Haven. I am on the production team with Jeremy. We help get the cool content out, including content such as the We Get to Plays that I run most of the time, but we do things like this. That was a new thing we got to play. Starting on the 1st, we are going to be doing we moved the start date of Age of Dark Water. It is a Fantasy Age 2nd edition game that is a reboot of the old Pirates of Dark Water cartoon from the 90s. If you remember that show, come check it out because it's going to be really, really cool and different. Jeremy's in it and a lot of other cool, fun people as well. And we do the We Get to Play. Yeah, as I'm not going to get too much into it, but as Mika mentioned, Monster Hearts is coming up next month. We have Magi Nights coming up next month as well, like Jason mentioned, and some of the folks you see on the screen are going to be back for that stuff, so please come hang out for it. It's really cool. You can find all that on our socials, so pay attention and hang out with us. This is such a pleasure. I appreciate it. There's so much more I could say, but I'll let you guys talk, so you guys go ahead. Thank you for hanging out.
I do have to say I appreciate that Age of Dark Water did get pushed back a couple weeks because I'm still working on Niddler's voice. So and my voice is actually a little weird this week. So if we had done it this week, I would have been like, eh.
Yeah, it seemed like a bad thing at the time, but actually it turned out good because there was actually some stuff. I'm not gonna but there was some technical stuff that came up too. Very last second. So it actually worked out for the best.
Exactly.
It's gonna be so worth it. You guys are gonna love that show when it comes out. It's very
I'm
cool.
excited. Nice.
Yeah.
Carly, tell us about you.
Yes, hi guys, I'm Carly Sykin. You can find me at Carly Sykin on Twitter, Instagram, Threads. I also am a handmade resin dice maker, and I have an Etsy shop at Armadillo Dice. I love hanging out here at Wanderer's Haven. I have a couple more things coming up with them. Tomorrow, gonna do some Shadow Dark, have some Magi Nights coming up soon. I also have a charity stream on another channel, a Greyhawk charity stream that I'll be doing at the very beginning of February. So yeah, I just like playing games and it's great fun and I love doing it and I love trying to create someone completely different from all the other ones that I've played.
Hooray.
Which I feel like I've been accomplishing.
You've been doing good, yeah.
Yes.
I do want to give a shout out to Michael Roker for creeping me out for 3 hours. I appreciate it. Just consistently licking his lips.
Oh, that is Merle Zombie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize just now when you said that.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I noticed that almost immediately.
I'm Jeremy Hochhalter. This here's my channel. What all do I want to tell you? Tomorrow at 2 p.m. we get to play Shadow Dark. Myself. Who else? Kev, is everyone in this?
No,
I'm not in it. I wish I was.
Oh, okay. So Carly and Mika, I'll see you tomorrow. As we dive into some really toned down 5th edition with old school feel to it. Looking forward to it. I'm playing a half orc Assassin, who I made the mini of on Monday on the stream. Looking forward to getting to do that. If you haven't subscribed to us over on YouTube, please head over and do that. Link is in the chat. Trying to hit our 500 follower goal. Well, our first goal anyway. What else? And then Monday, join me back here for another episode of Miniature Monday. And then next Wednesday, which is the... I don't even know what the date is.
24th.
24th, thank you. At 2 p.m. in the afternoon, we are finally starting Girl by Moonlight, the Flavor of Hope. We've pushed off the start twice because technical difficulties and internet being gone, and it's always something, right? But this coming week, the magic is going to start, and we're finally going to get to go be magical girls, which I am super stoked for. So please subscribe if you aren't already. Head over to YouTube and subscribe there. Follow us on socials, and maybe throw out an idea of what you want to see us play in the near future. I know we have a lot of plans in the works, but it's always nice to get some suggestions of what you'd like to see. So thanks all for joining us, and we will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Night.
Good night.